stick to the plan. I hear them coming, I hear them coming, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. I hear them coming, I hear them coming down, and I'm ready as I'll ever be. Don't give up, don't give in, don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin when they hear this sound. Don't give up, don't give in before they catch a glimpse. I know you'll find the strength within. This is your last chance. This is it, this is not a drill. Hold nothing back, it's sure to kill. In this leap of faith that you read me through, you stand alone, but I'll watch over you. The clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. A single second could mean everything. Time is running, the time is running out. Don't give up, don't give in, don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin when they hear this sound. Don't give up, don't give in before they catch a glimpse. I know you'll find the strength within. This is your last chance. Now's your time to shine. Make it count. Honor our sacrifice. And now this is your last chance. difficult to get my baby. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette by East Versailles. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby you make me feel something. And the next thing I knew, we were so ready to give in, skin to skin on that baseline. Ooh, you give me that high pitch feel, baby. We shared a cigarette by East Versailles. The way you looked at me, couldn't say goodbye. And whatever you did to make it stop, 'cause baby you make me feel something. I was born like a fire in the eye of a hurricane. Always told, stay in line, be alright, better play it safe. I walk a different path, nothing can hold me back. I've passed the point of no return, something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Fly so high they can't touch us. So top notch, none above us. We done came so far, now we up now. Had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Come alive.
walk a different path. Nothing can hold me back.
far past the point of no return. Something is calling me. It's in the air that I breathe. Bring me back to life again. Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the edge and come alive. Go to hell and back just to feel the fire. We gon' turn up in this place and come alive.
Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away.
All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Book a plane, fly away. We will never be the same. And as long as you are mine, come on and run away. We wanna run away.
We don't need any reasons, baby. Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after.
We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
Never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gon' do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine. All the people ain't happy, and the river has run dry. You thought you could go free, but that system is done for. If you just for another dollar in your pocket. Now I am the violence, I am the sickness. Won't accept your silence, beg me for forgiveness. We'll never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed, your son and your daughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? When there's blood in the water. When there's blood in the I am the people, I am the storm, I am the riot, I am the swarm. When the last trees fall in the animal can't hide, money won't solve it. What's your alibi? What's your alibi? What's your alibi? What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? When there's blood in the water. When there's blood in the when there's blood in the water.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rocket League Ireland. We have seen Qualifier 1, we have seen Qualifier 2, and we are here today to bring you the finals of the Irish 12 Titans Season 5. My name is Res, and I'm joined by the wonderful Enwrong. Enwrong, how excited are you for today's games?
Very excited. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The top 12 1v1 players in Ireland battling it out for €50. What else could you want? It's a big one. A lot of new faces here today at this stage of the competition, Res, and I'm excited to see who can step up.
Yeah, absolutely. We had our Season 4 in, I think, March, April time. That was a stacked tournament. We've got another stacked one yet again today. Lots of new faces. Solo, D-Lynch, Linsk, Wazito, Hudson as well, all making it all new names. Colin as well. So we have got a stacked bracket up on screen now. We've got our 4 gatekeepers who are given buys into the playoff bracket. That's Ineffable, Spectre, Panda, and Shallow. Those 4 players have shown their class over the previous tournaments in RLI. They're joined by 4 players from each of our 2 qualifiers, which took place earlier this week. Enwrong, obviously the gatekeepers are, on paper, going to be the favourites to get a lot of wins, but which of the players who got through the qualifiers can you see making a good run at things here?
Colin and Niem, I think, are the only 2 that can really make substantial charges, in my opinion. I know D-Mox and Solo came through the uppers respectively in both their brackets, but for me, they just don't have enough firepower going forward. And also lack a little bit of defensive solidity. I think Yem is a big threat today, to be honest with you. He's going to give the likes of Ineffable, Spectre, and Shallow a lot of trouble. Colin's a bit more of an unknown. Not really sure how he's going to do in a best-of-1 format. I have doubts over Panda's ability in this. He gets obviously his gatekeeper role just because of the fact he's won a LAN. I don't really see any of the other guys really making a run at it. I'd be surprised if it's anyone other than those 5, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. Obviously, a player who's relatively new to the scene, sort of got involved, sort of towards the middle of the IECs when they were going on. So it's gonna be interesting to see what mark he can make. He's gonna have to play either Shallow or Hudson in his first game in the quarterfinal. So that is gonna be another spicy one to talk about. Enwrong, Let's just talk a little bit about the first game we're going to see today, Solo against D Lynch, and do you want to elaborate a little bit on some of the storylines going into that one? Because I know that was a spicy one from qualifier one.
Oh my god. Right. So where do we stand with this one? Solo has internet issues. He's from Wexford. Of course he has internet issues. Okay. Plays D Lynch in the game. D Lynch not necessarily wrong in what he did. I mean, morally it's a little bit mm, questionable. But he's winning his right to claim the win. Basically, Solo disconnected from the game, and Lynchy went on and just scored 15 goals. And by the time Solo came back, he was like, "No, you jump back to the game." And unfortunately, that's just the way it is. I mean, generally speaking, when a player disconnects from a game, like we don't have the ability to pause the game, so we don't just go, "Look, restart the game," because it slows down the whole bracket. So that's basically what happened there. So there's a lot of beef there. Some choice words were used by Solo to describe D Lynch a couple of times. I don't think D Lynch cares too much. There's a few other people that are going to be rooting very hard for Solo. I personally don't really care about it too much. I just want to see a good game. The storyline will be spicy though, especially whoever wins. There's going to be a lot of beef going on, and I'm sure our moderators and operators are going to be doing their job in general after this.
Yeah, we may definitely need to see that. A couple of notable players missing out. Obviously, Mayday not making it in. He took part in qualifier one. I believe he. Am I right in thinking he didn't take part in qualifier two, or did he get knocked out? I can't remember.
Who's this? Mayday.
Mayday.
Mayday didn't play qualifier two. He would have been number one seed again. He got knocked out in qualifier one. He took a I guess kind of an expected loss against Colin because I knew that Mayday hasn't been playing the game a lot lately. But losing to Hudson I think was a bit of a shock, and well done to Hudson because that was a big scalp for him. To be honest with you, coming through that lower bracket, there were quality players down there. You know, Waz qualified on day two, but he was in that lower bracket on day one. Red Eyes was there, former champion. So yeah, yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, I think it's great to see some of the new blood coming through because obviously players, as you just mentioned, Red Eyes, Mayday, players who would have been absolute staples in the highest level of 1v1 in Ireland, but now they've been sort of replaced by the new blood. Obviously players who like Solo, one of the fastest improving players in the Irish scene. Really, he was what champ one just a couple of months ago, and now he's in the top 12 for our 12 Titans. So I'd like to see what run he can make. Obviously, he's got that big crunch match coming up against D Lynch first, but then after that he's got Ineffable, which will be a real challenge. Ineffable, our reigning champion Enwrong,
Good luck.
who won the last one in impressive style.
Yeah, Ineffable took down the mighty Rob Kiernan, who has actually managed to play in Oral CS main event now once since, and obviously he's become a bit too big for Oral since that, but that's fair enough. Ineffable, don't know how much Rocket League he's been playing lately. Hard to always read the guy, doesn't really say too much in RLI, but I'll tell you what, in a 1v1 environment, he is absolute quality. He's a phenomenal player. He's shown up by winning the 12 Titans. It wasn't the only time he made the finals bracket before. I'm pretty sure he made it in season 2 as well. He is pure class, and he's definitely one of the favorites today to retain his title.
Yeah, Ineffable arguably coming as the favourites. I can see maybe four or five names, as you mentioned earlier, that can really challenge. We're looking at Ineffable, Spectre, Collins, Shallow, and Yem. Shallow, I was talking to him just the other day after, I believe it was qualified 2. Not a lot of confidence in himself, which shocked me a little bit. Shallow has been known for quite some time as being a player who's not the most modest, shall we say. He's got a lot of confidence in his ability, but he seemed a little bit dejected, seemed a little bit down, and you think that could have an effect on maybe not his first game against Hudson, but maybe that big game against Yen?
No, Shallow's smart. He's just playing down the expectations. He knows he's got a fairly decent chance here today. I know he doesn't think he can probably win it, but he can definitely make top 4. He's just being quietly intelligent about it, just playing down the expectations. I did the same thing.
Yeah, well, it's a single elimination format, all best of ones. That's the beauty of 12 Titans.
Spice bag.
Absolutely. It's all going to be just toss-ups, left, right, and centre. And that first game, Solo versus D Lynch, we'll be getting to that in just a few minutes' time. After that, Enwrong, let us briefly look on to the second game, Spectre versus Linsk. That'll be another interesting match as well. I think we do have a clear favourite though in the form of Spectre.
Yeah, definitely. Spectre is ranked B+. Pretty sure he's making a push for the CS main event. Got fairly close last time as well. Just want to say, by the way, for all the 12 Titans that are watching, guys, Anyone in round 1, you can check in as of now, so just do it. If you miss out on it, depending on how I'm feeling, I might not let you off with it. Check in. Yeah, Spectre. Lynch's going to have a lot of trouble here in that game, but well done to him making it through. He was another surprise player to make it. I knew he was going to do fairly decent anyway once he ended up on the side of the bracket that he did. He did a decent job. He almost got solo. So, D-Lynch, or sorry, Linsk, yeah, he's a decent player, but I think Spectre's going to be way too much of an ask.
Yeah, I mean, on the topic of Linsk, do you think that he might have had a bit of an easy run? Obviously, he made it through qualify to lower bracket, beating out the Ryboy in the qualifying match, then beating then he fell to Yem, but beat oh no, he didn't fall to Yem, he fell to Solo, but then beat Jenga Benga, beat Bonkers Bot, and then got a bye in the first round. So he didn't have a particularly challenging run. So do you think he could maybe not be prepared to play the caliber of players that we've got in this bracket?
Yeah, I do think so. You could make that argument though about, I'd say, D-Lynch and Solo and Hudson as well, to be honest with you. I think there's a clear weak 4 here. On paper anyway, at least. You don't know. I suppose you can't really put Hudson in that bracket. He beat Mayday the last day. But I would say the other 3 guys are all weak. But you can only be who's in front of you. I've always said that before. You can't really take it away from him. He's here because he deserves it. Sure, he had an easy bracket, but he put himself in that easy bracket in day 2 because of his performance in day 1. Simple as that.
Absolutely, Enwrong. We just had a poll going on in the stream chat. 65% saying that Solo is going to take down D-Lynch in our first game. Do you think that's a fair estimate of their chances?
I think it's going to be even. It's going to be fairly even. Solo is probably going to have the better kickoff, I reckon. Hard to say what Lynch's mechanics are not as refined as Solo's, but I think D-Lynch is definitely a smarter player than Solo. So it's gonna be tough. Gonna be an interesting game. I hope they both checked in. Have they both checked in yet? Solo still hasn't. Command Solo. Just going through all the games here now to see who hasn't checked in. Of course, Spectre hasn't, and we're waiting on Hudson. I think in the Shadow game, Panda and Waz one, they've already checked in. Spectre, I hope he checks in. Actually, have I gotten a message? Of course, wouldn't you know? One person has already asked me, when do I set up the lobby? At the time I put in announcements. Goddamn stupid players, man.
Oh well, yeah. They might be a little bit stupid when it comes to setting up lobbies, but they are certainly no slouch on the field of play. Yeah, based on seeding, D-Lynch has this one, but that one is a real toss-up considering D-Lynch obviously came through the first qualifier because of that disconnect from Solo in the qualifying match. So I believe both players have got in now. So yeah, and
Well, actually, I've been told that
match coming up.
Solo's messaged me saying you can't check in, so I'm just going to ask him for proof to make sure he's not being lazy. And once we get that, we'll be underway. Who's on whose team, Res? Yes, thank you for the DM. I love calling people out like that. Solo should be orange, and obviously Lynch should be blue, but we're still waiting on Solo too. Show me. Oh, grand. Yeah, he's got a weird bug. Right, we'll check him in there.
Thank you very much, Aaron, for the Twitch Prime sub this game. Getting into it momentarily. Enwrong, what have you got on this one?
Yeah, just waiting, obviously, for 2 other people to check in the lower rounds. Just looking at the details here to bring us into the Solo D-Lynch match. Who have I got to win?
Yes.
I'm going to be controversial and maybe unpopular, but I do think D-Lynch potentially is a slightly better ones player. Depends early on. I think Solo could get tilted very easily. I don't think Lynch will. He's not the kind of person that gets, well, I don't know. He doesn't really get tilted because he doesn't let himself get tilted. Yeah, I'd probably back D-Lynch here just because he came through on day 1 and Solo didn't.
Yeah, well, you see, we've got a split caster's desk. My money's on Solo for this one. I think Solo would have comfortably advanced through the first qualifier if his internet held out. I'm not sure how his internet's doing today, but fingers crossed it's alright and he can perform to his full potential. I'd like to see if he can make a run and possibly what he can do against Ineffable. I wouldn't put him up to win that one, but I think there's certainly potential for him to make it a spicy game. Yeah, so Solo, as you mentioned earlier, slightly better on the kickoffs. We could see some kickoffers coming through. That could be a really decisive sort of feature of his play. Solo known to be particularly fast, known to really like to push the game out wide and try and go for slightly more flashy plays. D-Lynch a lot more grounded, less mechanical, and we'll see whether that will play into the two players' hands. Yeah, but obviously that's round one. We've got best of ones throughout. Four games in round one, 4 quarterfinals, then down to 4 players in the semi-finals, and then 2 players in the grand final facing off in the grand final to crown our 12 Titans champion, obviously. So yeah, so we're going to get right into this one right away. Solo against D-Lynch in round 1 of our 12 Titans finals.
Oh, for God's sake, they've messed up the coloring with that freaking thing. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see how we go. Big match here. The beef is going to be high. Let's hope they don't get too toxic in the chat, or otherwise I'll have to step in and absolutely hammer them in the head. They can join whenever. I'll just tell them there. So yeah, here we go. Res, take us away.
2 players starting us off. D-Lynch and Solo are on the field of play. A good kick from Solo. That's something you mentioned just before. He's going to go for boost off the kickoff. D-Lynch going to try and retreat to his own backboard. Going to try and get a flick out of his own defense. Going to look to try and fix Solo. Solo diving in the midfield has done well, but hasn't been able to regain possession. Does have boost control though. D-Lynch trying to move forward. 70 boost to his name. He hasn't got a ball on top of his car. Could look for a 50-50, trying to force it through, but can't make it happen. Ball forward by Solo. That may just be too powerful for D-Lynch, and Solo is going to open up the finals of our 12 Titans.
Yeah, very naive there from D-Lynch to go for the boost. He knew Solo was just going to cut and take a big shot on net. And to be fair to Solo, difficult technique to get the power on that there, but you know, you have to. You can't be that complacent against players at this quality. We're in the top 12 now.
Sure, Solo getting out opening goal, but D-Lynch actually winning the kickoff that time. And now able to get the boost as well. He could have a big opportunity here. Solo stuck with just 23 boost. D-Lynch unable to convert the opportunity. Now looking for a flashy play in field, trying to maintain control of the ball. That's something so important in one's Enwrong. You don't want to be just banging the ball away. You can sometimes get away with that in threes. That's a bim-bam play style. But in ones, you've got to be a lot more calculated with your moves, so you say.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it feels like Solo's got a bit more control of the game so far. Lynch is struggling a bit.
Oh,
and there you go.
Physical play. I'm sure Solo will be pleased to get a nice bump goal going in on D-Lynch. 2 players having a bit of a spat earlier in the week, and that is going to feel good for Solo, who's doubled his lead just a minute in. 2 goals, but still plenty of time for D-Lynch to form a comeback.
Yeah, let's see if he can score here.
Better on the kick-off, both players. Both players unable to make contact, a bounce in favour of D-Lynch. Solo retreating back to his net, but he can't do a lot with that. Solo, 62 boost, got the ball on top of his car, flicks it over D-Lynch. That's going to be 3, and D-Lynch is going to need to up his game because this is best of 1. He does not have room to breathe.
Yeah, he's getting completely found out. He's getting completely destroyed. Solo's playing him off the park at the moment. It doesn't even look that close. Solo looks just so much more assured on defense. You can really tell he's got a bit more game sense about him. And I don't know, I think Lynch has been caught here really badly. And again, like, it's a really stupid challenge there by D-Lynch. He's got to really watch himself now because Solo very intelligently takes the boost there. Fires a poor shot in net though. But yeah, like, Lynch is struggling. He's just struggling for... He's just not... I don't know, he's not covering the space effectively. It's kind of hard to say. That's going to go up. Oh,
that's a demo in for D-Lynch. That was a 50-50. That's which way that would go. Solo's respawned on the wrong side, and D-Lynch is going to get his first goal, and he's still definitely in this one. It was unlucky that Solo respawned on that left side. Had he respawned on the right, I would have liked his chances of getting back across to make a save, but D-Lynch has done well to get back in this one here, and still plenty of time left for this comeback.
Nice fake there from Solo.
Solo, but he's missed the boost. Oh, could he be punished for this? I don't think D-Lynch realised, as he's going to go all the way back to his own net.
That is absolutely shocking. That is really stupid. Like, how do you not notice that? Like, surely at this level, he's getting punished for it now, and he's just getting caught. He's just a lack of awareness from D-Lynch. Like, he should have seen that Solo would have missed the boost. Like, and like, if you're faking a boost gold side like Solo was, that should surely tell you that he's lacking boost. I don't know. That's really naive. What do you think? Am I being a bit too harsh?
It's all in the heat of the moment ones. Stressful game mode. I can tell everyone that from experience. But D-Lynch gonna look to try and get one back, but he's got no boost. 0 boost in his tank and tries to get a shot off, but can't get it past Solo. D-Lynch can now have the retreat. Solo, 100 boost, picked up that big pad in the corner now. Moving forward with some pace as he tries to flick it over the defender, but it's a good save by D-Lynch. Shot on from Solo, almost finds a corner, and that's a poor shot. Will he get punished? Yes, he will this time. D-Lynch back within 2, but he's going to need more.
Yeah, Solo didn't have to, I don't know, take such a risky shot there. I know that Colin will be, abusing him in lobby 2 later for that kind of shooting. D-Lynch, a nice open net. He has to put those away though, but he's gotta get goals other than demos and open nets, I feel, if he really wants to stake a claim on this series.
D-Lynch now in the corner, gets it away from Solo. This could be a massive opportunity. D-Lynch done really well there. Beautiful catch. Finishes it off and gets that 50 goal, and he's now back within 1. Enwrong, we really do have a game on here.
Yeah, really naive there from Solo. I'm not sure what he's trying to do again. He's like, he fakes it in the opposition corner when he has no boost. Really strange decision making. And yeah, Lynch all of a sudden is back within 1, and he's going to be licking his lips because Solo now. Solo, I know from the past, I just know of him. He's got this ability to just kind of lose the head a little bit in a 1v1. So he's got to be careful.
It's all about maintaining the pressure and waiting for Solo to crack. That's the second shot he's ripped off in just a matter of seconds, so it's looking good for him. But that's a poor 50. That is poor from D-Lynch, and Solo's capitalised. And that long-range effort has reclaimed a 2-goal lead that is so important in ones.
Very intelligent there from Solo. He basically... You're right, D-Lynch's ineptitude, his inadequacies there, like... I don't know, I'm not even sure what the adjective for it is, but it was just really dumb. It was just really bad. And Solo basically said, if you're going to be dumb enough to do this, I'm just going to score. And that's what happened.
High in midfield as Solo is going to try and dunk one below D-Lynch. D-Lynch makes a save and could capitalise. Will he get there in time? Solo not going to get back D-Lynch. He is keeping this game so close. But he's just not had that cutting edge to get the lead, but he's certainly on the way there.
Panda in the chat. And Rez just keeps repeating how everything
I just
is
read that.
important.
I just read that. Yeah, it's true. One's absolutely critical in so many different aspects. That 2-goal lead is something I always reiterate in one's tournaments, that if you get a 2-goal, it's infinitely more secure. And Solo's bagged that again just now as he's 6-4 up with 124 to go.
And more importantly, Bukayo Saka has missed a 1v1 against Melia.
Oh.
Yeah.
The part of me that's an Arsenal fan has just cried inside, but my focus is solely on this match at the moment, as D-Lynch is going to need a lot more to get back into this one. Gets the mid boost, but Solo has some of his own. Going to try and force it through, can't do it.
Don't leave.
Oh, whoa!
It's really stupid, like, oh, so stupid. Like, I even actually said it without muting myself when I said it. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, Solo's able to read him, and like, D-Lynch, you only got 5 minutes in these, right? You have to learn. You have to learn. And I would have assumed that, he would have been able to learn quickly enough, but he keeps making these like basic errors, and Solo just punishes him every time. And to be fair to Solo, he's given D-Lynch 2 goals in this series, and D-Lynch he's just obsessed with boost. It's not threes. Sometimes the pads should be enough.
D-Lynch going to try and get back into this one, but it's looking more and more unlikely as every second goes by. Another shot ripped out by Solo from long range, but it's not going to find the corner. Solo now in his own corner. D-Lynch trying to force it through, but Solo's doing really well here to just hold the fort. With 30 seconds left on the clock, D-Lynch needs 3 goals just to tie this one. This could be the last we see of him as Solo looks to get one more, and it's 8-4, and that is probably going to be it, Enwrong.
Problem with D-Lynch's challenges are, it's so obvious when he's going to challenge. Look at the distance he's having to cover when he turns his car towards Solo. Solo knows all I have to do is get the ball over him. He's too easy to read, unfortunately, for D-Lynch. And it's just not going to be good enough, and you'd wonder if they had played each other on Wednesday, would Solo have beaten him? The answer is probably yes.
Solo going to see this one out. A good victory for him. He's going to be going up against Ineffable our reigning 12 Titans champion in the next round. That'll be coming up a little bit later. Well done to him as he gets a 9th, just to compile the misery onto D-Lynch. He did well to get to this point. But well played to Solo, and he's going to get that first win, Enwrong.
Yeah, brilliant for him. Good confidence boost, but he's going up against the reigning champion. And could you have asked for a more difficult game coming up? I'm not sure. I can't remember who Solo lost to on day 1. And that just sums up D-Lynch's series, unfortunately.
Hitting the crossbar, and he's out there, out of the lobby immediately. Well played to him. He's going to get the first victory of this final bracket. Great performance by Solo. I think he just seemed like he was the better player in that one.
Yeah. Solo, though, unfortunately not showing he's the bigger man by not giving a GG there at the end. But anyway, I don't think he'll care. He's got the win over D-Lynch. And he'll move on now. Oh my god. Leeds just hit the post there, Res.
I don't want to hear anything else about that game, because if Leeds score,
If he can get a point out of that game being down to 10 men for like 45 minutes, you should be happy. Right, next game up, Panda versus Waz. I'm just waiting for these guys to set that lobby up, I assume.
Not Spectre versus Leeds?
No, if you had checked the announcement, Rez, you would have seen... Oh, why
Whoa.
are you still in that party match? Get out of that, quick. God.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, Rez. Rez leaves as soon as I join.
Wait, so am I supposed to join now? I don't know what's going on. I'm
No,
clueless.
don't. Just wait. I think I've just got a black screen in Rocket League. Well done, Rez. You've managed to give me a black screen in Rocket League. Fantastic.
Well, Panda versus Wazito is the next game that's going to be coming up. There's a poll in chat now. Make sure you vote on that. This is going to be a really exciting encounter. Panda, one of the top players in lots of different game modes for a long time, but he's not been playing the game quite as much recently. I'm informed
Ryan's
reliably by
chat.
Panda that the lobby is up. Waz potentially looking to try and go up against his good friend Colin in the next round.
Yeah, that would be a great matchup to have if that was the case. And I'd put my money almost on Waz here. I still got to lean towards Panda, but I almost would. Well, Panda says the lobby is up. Unless I am blind. I don't think it is. Let me just try again. No, Panda, I probably didn't spell it right. Unable to find server. Why don't you tell your friend Panda I am not joining the party? Give over. Panda surely can set up a lobby correctly with the right details. But I wouldn't put it past him because Panda is known to be a bit of an idiot.
Certainly seems as if you have your set opinions about all these players, but obviously this match is, I think, going to be
well informed, I
an
think. Don't you think?
Oh, certainly informed opinions, but yeah, back to
apparently he
this
joined Waz's one. Fantastic. Jesus, they can't even follow simple steps. Right, I'll invite you there.
Wonderful. Well, back to the game. Wazito, a player who's been at the top of his game recently. Panda, who has been at the top at times in his playing career, but has waned ever so slightly since he sort of stopped playing the game a little bit, sort of a couple of months ago. So obviously, I think Panda would just about be my favourite, but this one's going to be so tight.
Join party match there, I'd say, Rez, because I don't think we'll get in otherwise. If you can, apparently they're in it. He says he made it with the name and detail, so unless I've somehow misspelled a number, yeah, I don't think so. Right, here we go. They can join whenever. Let's get into it. Rez, what we thinking? What we feeling? Panda's in the Batmobile. Oh, for cans.
Oh, Panda in the orange, Wazito in the blue. Another best of one coming up right now. A Batmobile against the Fennec. You don't see that Batmobile too often. Panda pushing up for the ball quickly. We can already see this is a bit of a quicker game than what we saw in the last one between D-Lynch and Solo. Waz, lots of boost, slowly dribbling towards Panda's net, going to try and get the flick. Panda makes a save. Panda can have an opportunity here, but Waz coming off the roof of his own net and has done really well to get back in time. Save that one. These two players will be vying for a good placing in this. They've won multiple competitions each in RLI's history, both obviously online for Waz and Panda, and most recent Man Victor Panda with the shot. It may just find a corner. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Oh, dearie, dearie me.
He's already tilted, you can see he stopped driving unfortunately there for Waz. You can already tell though, you said it yourself, the speed of the game is picked up with the positioning, just mixing in fake challenges. The Panda has already done once, he dodged a demo, he knew what would happen in that situation. It's just much better already, the quality of this series. But Waz, look at that, mixing in a fake kickoff. We saw Solo doing that in the last series as well, and Waz is known to do it, so Panda's got to watch out for that. Panda waiting for the mid boost, doesn't get it, and he's going to be caught here.
2/3 of our chat giving this one to Waz, and after that own goal we don't want him to get too tilted. Waz, as a player, known to get a little bit tilted at times, but he's got that demo there that can sort of getting tilted. When he's tilted, he can also get that physical play out, which is a great asset to him, and he's going to tie us up 1 minute and 10 seconds into this one.
There's one way to beat Panda, it's demo him, because if Panda doesn't have boost or he's not there, he can't save it. So yeah, Panda's kryptonite is demos. He hates being demoed, and unfortunately for Panda, he's not very good at dodging demos for some reason. You'd think he'd be very good at it, considering that's all that ever happens to him. But yeah.
Waz, gonna have an even kickoff there, but game possession. Looking for a flip reset. He looks like he's got the reset, but he's not gonna be able to find the corner of the net. Panda getting a demo with that Batmobile. 3.5 minutes, the game tied. Panda now looking for one of those massive Batmobile flicks. He's going to fake it, try and go under Waz. Can he get the bump to put it in? It just sneaks in the corner, and that is going to be a frustrating one to concede.
Waz is going to be raging here. I can't believe that this went in, because on my screen it looked like Waz had saved it. Oh, that's that server side delay, you know. I bet you on Waz's screen he probably saved it to he touched it momentarily, but yeah, unfortunately it isn't very good play there from Panda. A beautiful kickoff from him, and that's probably going to be the next goal. There we go.
Panda gets it, looking to prove the audience wrong as he gets himself a decisive 2-goal lead in this one. But Waz, as we said, in the first game, still plenty of time to make a comeback from this position, and he's going to look for more. Waz gonna get a little touch just to the side to buy him a little bit of time, but I can go get boost. Rips a shot off, Panda makes a save. This is gonna bounce awkwardly for Waz. Can he rip off another shot? It's gonna be on target, but an easy save for Panda, who does well to conserve all the boost he can to make another save, and he needed it there. Now trying to transfer down the field, looking for a bump.
Your shooting's going to have to be a lot better if you're going to be Panda. You know this better than anyone, I know this better than anyone. Panda is like just unbelievable at saving. He's a similar level almost to Shallow on the defense.
Oh,
look at that.
That is beautiful. Panda with the fake. Absolutely sending Waz to the shops. He's been canned. And that is a phenomenal shot by Panda. Well played to him.
That's so dirty. Oh, I love when people get faked, especially knowing what Cans probably thinks if he was watching it right now. But unfortunately, Cans is not with us. Not in a bad way. He's just not with us here tonight.
Panda looking to try and get a fifth. Waz in a lot of trouble in this game. Panda's beginning to run away with things here. 5-1. We've got 2 minutes 33 left on the clock. We are only halfway through the game, but Panda, I can't see him wavering, at least not at the moment. He's just a better player.
Yeah, 5-1, still time though. I've seen it happen before. And I have seen it happen in 12 Titans before, but not with kickoffs like that. Panda won't get a pad though, so it's going to be hard for him. Waz, oh, he's in a lot of trouble there with that touch, but the bounce will suit him, and it means he'll be able to collect that mid boost coming down. Panda needs to be careful now, because Waz has a tendency to go for the demos. There's a stupid clear there from Panda, but Waz unfortunately not able to do much with it. I think the big thing I've noticed so far is Waz showing Panda a lot of respect whenever Panda has the ball.
Oh, that's nice by Panda, just blocking Waz away from the touch, and Panda that's playing with a lot more flair than Waz. Waz almost playing nervous, as he said, showing a lot of respect for Panda, and yes, he's a LAN winner, but on paper, I mean, there's a reason the audience were sort of 67% in favour of you winning, but at the moment, he's just been second best.
Not me. I thought about leaning towards Waz, but can't bet against him. He's not known as Landa for no reason, you know, and he has made top 4 of 12 Titans before. And on another day, he could have won at that one. I think it was season 3. So, yeah, the reason why Panda here is a gatekeeper. Waz, though, I know it's 6-1, but there's actually still a chance. I have faith in Waz's ability to score goals. If there's one thing he's really good at, it's scoring goals, but not when he fakes it like that, and he's about to get scored on here.
Panda up high, gonna get a dribble, and that's the Brazil. And there's still time for more. Waz almost looks as if he's down and out in this one.
It's just such a cheeky goal, isn't it? Waz struggling for boost. Which, based off of the first goal he got, you know, with the demo and stuff, I thought Waz would adopt that kind of play style a bit more, where he'd try and get demos on Panda, but his kickoff as well, he's getting... I don't know, it's been kind of even, but once or twice he's been really hurt badly by the kickoff, and yeah, like not getting the boost there again, that's going to hurt him a lot. Oh no!
Oh my goodness, could that be a rage quit? Could it? No, it won't be, but Panda has his second fake goal. He's canned
must
him
be
in
so
the
demoralising.
Cansmobile. Clip it in the chat. That is absolutely majestic by Panda. 8-1, and Waz is down and out.
Fair play to Waz for not leaving. I'm not sure I could take it, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is obviously going to be really demoralising. But you know what? He still made it here. He's still one of the 12 best ones players at the moment, and that's a lot more than a lot of people in the chat can say. So well done to him. But yeah, no way he can come back now. 8 goals, 7 goals in a minute. Don't think so.
We did see a pretty breathtaking, or a pretty sensational end to 12 Titans Season 4 in the final between Neffel and Rob Keane. If I recall correctly, it was Neffel making a 2-goal comeback in the last 7 seconds, but can't see that being replicated in this one. Panda, I think, going to make it through to the semi-finals to take on Colin.
Brilliant there by Waz, good shot. Just showing that, you know, changing up the play style a little bit, throwing a nice hard shot on net, baiting in Panda. Panda getting the distance wrong. Unfortunately, he can't leave that back post really, because he's just going to get caught with the shot, and really smart play there by Waz.
It's a nice consolation goal, but it won't be enough, as the clock's going to tick down to 0, and Waz going to put one more shot on net, but Panda, that goal and defence that we speak so highly of, has paid off again there, as Waz has to make a save of his own. He's been caught though in his own net. Panda maybe looking for one more clip, goes for another fake, wins the 59-2. Panda has done it, and he's through to the quarterfinals.
I swear he's only come online in the last half an hour.
Sounds like Panda to me, showing up at the last second and absolutely clapping cheeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Panda versus, who is it? Is it Colin? It's Colin, isn't it? So that would be a spicy game. I'll tell you what, Panda won't be able to, he won't get as much time on the ball, and he certainly won't be able to deal as well, I think, with Colin's shooting as he has done with Waz's. Colin's a very different ones player. He's a very aggressive ones player, but also very smart, thinks about his time on the ball a lot. So yeah, Colin's kind of like a little bit of a step up from Waz in a 1v1 environment. So yeah, big series for him, of course. That's not coming for a good while.
Obviously Colin and Waz, that dynamic duo.
No worries. Well done, Panda. He's absolutely washed as a freestyler.
10-2 in favour of Panda. He gets the win in that one. He's going to go through to the semi-finals. Still 2 more games to come in the in this round 1 of the finals brackets. Well played to those two, and we're going to be yeah, doing what we can to
Sticky keyboard there.
sticky keyboard. Not quite what you want to be saying, but we're going to move on through into the rest of this bracket. Congratulations to Panda, he takes down Wazito. Those results should be getting updated on the Smash GG page for your viewing pleasure soon. But the next match is going to be Spectre versus Linsk.
I've rejoined.
No, it's not Spectre versus Linsk. It's Shallow versus Hudson.
That'll be at 6:45 because Spectre doesn't know whether he can play yet, so we'll see. Spectre isn't 100% because, well, I have to see. I have to ask him what's happening. But I'll be talking to him in a little bit. It is Shallow versus Hudson. I'm going to join the game there now, if I can. I'll just invite you to a new party, I assume, because Panda, for some reason, is in this party. Still, I think he'd leave and use his head a little, but that's Panda. Right, okay. Not really too much of a surprise. I thought Waz would put up a little bit more of a fight there in the end. And he'll be a little bit disappointed with himself. But I think him just showing comeback from that kind of almost disappointing defeat there to Ryan the other day, I think will be nice.
Yeah, next up, Shallow, top 4 last time, going up against Hudson. It's going to be a real underdog story in this bracket. No one really touts him to be able to do much, but it would be exciting to see if he could at least cause Shallow a couple of problems in this next matchup.
Yeah.
Two very, or one very experienced player at the highest level, and Hudson a lot newer to this high level scene, and we'll potentially see if that shows in this match.
Yeah, absolutely. Shallow apparently now is making the lobby. Um, yeah, we're obviously halfway through our round 1 coverage at the moment, guys, and it's going fairly well actually on time, I think, considering how behind we were after the first one. So yeah, I've just got to hope that we can actually join there now. This server, we got Shallow versus Hudson. This is a different one, Res. I have not much faith in Hudson, unfortunately, because of who he's playing here. What about yourself?
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I would tend to agree. Obviously, Hudson made his debut in Superstar of RLIS last time out in Season 5. Although he wasn't on a particularly strong team with Messi and LTX Sam, he didn't really seem, or it did seem as if he was a little bit out of his depth, not really in control of what was going on. I'm a bit worried with Shallow being so fast and so aggressive as he is, as well as having that phenomenal goal line defense that we witnessed throughout the IUC events. I'm a bit worried whether the playstyle of Hudson is just going to be absolutely dominated by Shallow, but we're going to get into this one. We're going to see if there's anything that that Hudson can do. But yeah, it's going to be yet another interesting game, but I don't have a huge amount of faith in Hudson either.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Hudson's in here. We'll see what he does. But you can't really bet against Shallow, can you? I mean, Shallow only got stopped last time by Red Hot and Ineffable. And Ineffable ended up taking on the mighty Rob Kiernan. So Shallow's definitely one of the favourites for this event. And I will be very surprised if Hudson can do much here. But apparently chat are voting for Hudson. They've decided to switch their votes. So there you go.
Well,
Perfect, okay. You're not
players
completely
have
inept.
jumped into the lobby, 5 minutes, and that is it for these players to make their mark on the final bracket here. Hudson doing fairly well off the kickoff, and he's going to get the boost as well. Turning quickly on the ball to try and get a little hook shot in, chasing Shallow off into the corner, turning early. Shallow gets one clear, picks up the ball while he's at it. Hudson maintaining ball control quite well towards the start of this game, as Shallow wins it back though in the midfield. This could be an opportunity. Will he try and turn on this quickly? Yes, he will, but he's put the ball off target. Not going to get a goal from that. Hudson taking it out of defence to try and force his way past Shallow. He does, but it's not got the angle to put a shot on. Shallow bangs one up. That's a really high ball. This could be dangerous, could be really awkward for Hudson, who's going to miss, but Shallow gets faked out by the miss. The situation is equalised. The ball back up by Shallow, but easy save for Hudson. He's now got zero boost. The follow-up shot could be dangerous, and Hudson thought about diving into that one, decided not to, as Shallow's going to try and get one more shot off, but Hudson makes a save. Game's still even a minute in. Shallow looking for a bang, and he does get it, but it's a good save by Hudson. Yet again, playing some good goal line defense to begin with here, as Shallow has to make a little backflip of his own in his own half to try and keep Hudson at bay. Shallow slowing the play down on the ball, but gets dunked out by Hudson, but Hudson may have overextended himself. He has done, but can he get back in time? Shallow with the shot. Hudson tries to get there, but it's going to find the corner Enwrong, and Shallow has opened us up.
It's my favourite word of the day, naive. If you're going to 50 him there, you have to 50 it so that it goes and rolls in towards the middle, instead of 50 back out towards Shallow. Shallow had possession of the ball, simple goal for him. Intelligent from Shallow. He's starting to read that Hudson likes to dive in on him, and it'll be interesting to see if Hudson can mix in a few fakes now to see if he can catch Shallow off.
So, again, getting possession just after the kickoff. The flick isn't good enough though, with Shallow turning on things. Hudson again thought about diving in. I'd like to see him be a little bit more audacious, especially when he's behind. He might just need something a little bit different. As Shallow looking for the bump, but what a save by Hudson. That is brilliant from him. Able to just clutch it out in time. I thought that would have been it for, and that would have been Shallow's second, but not as of yet. Shallow looking for it again. Another good save by Hudson. He's got plenty of saves already this game.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wide from Shallow, but the pressure is building. Hudson getting that 12 pad, but will it be enough to survive off? Moving forward, 0 boost, just keeps advancing with that 12. Shallow must have no idea how much he has, because 20 odd boost. Shallow could easily absolutely do Hudson here, but he's got boost now and makes another impressive save. He's going to try and transfer as defense. Shallow faking him out though, now with possession. 70 boost to his name. Hudson diving in early for that one. I like to see that. He's throwing Shallow off guard just a little bit. As again, Hudson pushing in. This should be his first goal. Will he get there in time? Yes, he will. And we're all tied up just over halfway through the game. And Enwrong, this is a much closer game than I thought it would be.
Really risky by Shallow to knock the ball that far away from him when he's on the wall, because he's risking a challenge. And you know Hudson's going to charge in, because he's done it already 3 times in the series. And the 4th time he gets caught by it. And yeah, nice goal by Hudson. Will Shallow make those mistakes again? Will we see a shocker? Hudson's played very well so far in this series. He's been excellent on the defense. He's made 2 critical saves. And Shallow's offense has been fairly blunt, to say the least.
Shallow looking to get a goal there, and he will get it this time, Hudson. He's made some emphatic saves, but he won't get another this time. 2 minutes 15 to go. Shallow reclaiming his 1-goal lead.
Perfect air
latter
dribble.
stages of this best of 1.
Perfect air dribble there from Shallow. Excellent technique. And Hudson unfortunately just couldn't do anything about it. And Shallow's kickoff now. Maybe he's starting to get a feel for Hudson's kickoff. We'll see if Hudson turns on this, which he might do. And that's a big mistake from Hudson. Uh-oh.
This was what I was worried would happen, where Hudson just gets caught out mechanically by Shallow's shooting, and the placement is
drove
good.
up the wall.
Just drove up the wall. Big mechanical error.
Yeah. Not sure what that is. Is that mechanical error? That's I'm not even sure what that is, but it's not.
Brain malfunction, perhaps. But a 2-goal lead for Shallow. That is going to be crucial for him. He's going to look to try and extend it even further. Could look to try and put a shot off first time. Won't do so. Get the flick, and it's going to find its way in. And he's starting to impose himself on this game.
He's starting to feel it now, so he is. And beautiful little flick there from Shallow. Flicks it in. Excellent shot. To be fair to Hudson, he's been excellent so far in this series, but Shallow is starting to flex a little here.
Yeah, flexing his muscles and just looking like a slightly better player overall, as he's going to take control of the ball after the kickoff. Going up the ball, Hudson pinching it quickly, and Shallow missed the boost. Actually, could be in a spot of trouble here, but 0 boost has done well.
Excellent from Shallow. His 50s are top notch there. He's going to get that big one, and all of a sudden now Shallow has turned an impossible situation into offense. That's the difference between Shallow and a lot of ones players in Ireland. His defense is just absolutely sublime.
Oh, that is just bullying from Shallow, but Hudson is going to get away with the ball, and that would have been...
He could have scored it easily. He just decided not to, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like a slap in the face, to be honest with you. He's going to get demoed here. Oh, he doesn't. Very smart. Go on, you might as well just score a ceiling shot on him.
Oh, here we go. Hudson looking for the clip. Could try and dunk Shallow out. Shallow makes the save. Hudson does get the dunk, but it falls just above the crossbar. Hudson going to look to try and reclaim some dignity. He's put up a very good fight, but he's been caught out by the bounce. Shallow getting the demo, getting the boost as well. Let's see who inside Hudson respawns. It's going to be his left-hand side. It's Shallow looking for the ceiling shot. He's going to hit himself on the floor, and Hudson gets a nice consolation goal, but he's not completely out of it. Yeah, 40 seconds to go, 2 goals. It is possible.
Yeah, Hudson's looked quite decent, but to be fair to him, Shallow could have had at least a goal. But can Hudson punish Shallow for it? Can he punish him for his cockiness, his arrogance? Let's see.
2 goals separating the 2 players for a spot in the quarter-final up against Yem. Shallow trying to go high. Hudson spots him out. Shallow missing the boost. He's missed the boost a couple of times. Could be just the fact that he hasn't been playing that much of the game recently, been grinding FIFA rather than Rocket League, so we're going to hope that he can bring his A game into this one as Hudson looking to try and get one more. It was a good attempt, but just couldn't get the right hit onto the ball. But that is going to be all. Shallow is going to go through to our quarter-final up against Yem. But Hudson, Enwrong, I think he can probably be proud of his performance in this one, because he did put up a good fight.
Yeah, for the first 2.5 minutes of the game, quite even. Hudson had put up a sturdy wall against Shallow, but Shallow's just different gravy in that last 2.5 minutes, and he moves on to the to the quarterfinals now, and I believe Shallow is playing. Let me
Yeah.
just double check there now. Is it Yem? Oh,
It was
spicy.
big crunch match there. Two players that used to be enemies in some capacity, very competitive in the IECs, then became fairly good friends, playing a lot of twos together. So that'll be a really exciting match. We'll have that one coming up later today. In the meantime, though, Enwrong, what is the status of Spectre being able to play his match against Linz?
Not sure. I'm just gonna message him there now. I think he's inviting me to the party. Let's just leave this lobby first. Oh, good man, Rez. You actually have done it for once. Good man, good man, good man. Oh, Spectre says join party match. Fantastic. Another very able human being. Alright. Who was playing in this one? Spectre and Linsk, isn't it?
Spectre and
Might as well
Linz
just
indeed.
let
Spectre, arguably the favourite, at least in my opinion, but I can see an upset. Linsk has been playing fairly well recently, but as I mentioned in the pre-show, he didn't have a particularly challenging run through the second qualifier, so hopefully he can give us a good game here as he goes up against Spectre in yet another best of one.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Spectre, of course, is going to set up the lobby there now. We got to join the lobby, I assume. So let's hop in there. Yeah, join party match. Perfect. Our last game, of course, of round 1 today, guys. Who is going to take it? Shallow, of course, won that game 4-2 in the end. And the Smash API actually isn't working, so I'm not sure what the scores are. If someone can remind me what the scores are for the other 2 series today. Shadow and Hudson obviously was 4-2 in the end.
10-2 in favour of Panda.
10-2, yeah, I got that one right. And what was the other one between Soul and D-Lynch? Can you remember that one? Was it 9-4?
7-4, 8-4, 9-4, 9-4. That was it, 9-4.
Look, yeah, we'll look back at it later. All right.
Guess.
Here we go. Spectre versus Linsk. The chat obviously is heavily leaning in favor of. Heavily leaning in favor of Linsk in the chat, but we all know that's more of a meme than anything else. I'm just going to time up Paradox here for 5,000 seconds. See if the chat ever learned the lessons. Next thing you know, now I just get to mute them in the lobby. Linsk almost punishing Spectre straight away. We'll see how much Spectre has a habit of not showing respect to players. So let's see if he shows too much respect, or not enough respect, sorry, to Linsk here.
Spectre looking for a flick early. He used to be a one specialist. In fact, he sort of made his name or entered the RLIC really in the last 12 Titans, where he made a pretty miraculous run. Actually, I think beating Panda in one of the qualification matches, which really made his mark, and then performed decently well in the final bracket. So he's coming in as one of the favourites today. Obviously, Ineffable still the favourite. Looking for a Cooks a pinch. Does get it. Where's that going to bounce up? Michael find the net.
Oh.
That is deadly close there for Spectre. Really, really good attempt. Lid's looking for a flick of his own. Gets the first touch, but can't get a second one to get it past that defensive wall of Spectre. Trying to push forward. 27 boost now. Trying to regain possession. Linsk not showing too much respect to Spectre, and I like that, as he's going to look for a bump and could get caught out. His Spectre has to go for the boost, and Links will have time to go back and recuperate a little bit of boost, but he's just turned in the midfield and faked out. That's just a little bit too audacious for me, Enwrong.
Beautiful from Spectre. I have to say I'm loving his car design as well, but that is a filthy fake. Oh, Linsk, no, please. Was it even a fake? Is it technically a fake? He's just going to drop the ball and Linsk just rolled off in a different direction. Not sure what you call it, but wow, brilliant play there from Spectre.
Yeah, brilliant stuff by Spectre to open us up, as he has that 1-goal lead. Lots of time though, as we've only just surpassed the 90-second mark. Spectre looking for a little bit of the turtle shot there. Not going to connect with that one.
The BM from Spectre, as I said, he doesn't respect a lot of players. And we'll see if anyone can punish him today, because he is one of my favourites to win it. He's actually my, I think he's like, outside of Ineffable, I think he's my pick to win here today, because I just think he's a quality player, and yeah, brilliant play there by him. Spectre completely calling Linsk bluff, and Linsk just very naively just... It would have been fine if he'd made a touch here on the ball, but he didn't, and that's it. Spectre punishes you, 2-0.
Yeah, Linz turning a little bit too audaciously in some places, and it could just be a feature of the nerves. He's playing against a player that he probably hasn't played in once before, and is probably sort of a player that might be sort of intimidating to go up against on paper, and just rushing into the ball a little bit carelessly. And he's going to need to fix that if he wants a chance in this, but still time, and he's got the boost with this one. Spectre going to try and keep going for that third goal, but not going to happen. Linz on the ball with Spectre's going to hit one off the sidewalk, going to look for a second touch, gets it, but it's not going to go on target in that one. Linz going to use all of his boost and hasn't done very much with it, forced, bullied off the ball by Spectre, who's going to look for a little nice flashy play of his own, but looked to try and get the reset, but wasn't able to secure it. Linz now looking for a breezy flick.
Was it a musty or was it a breezy?
I think it was a breezy. That would have been frightening for Spectre had he conceded that one. Ego would have been shattered, as Linz going to look to try and get the shot off, going to try and bump Spectre, but Spectre's back to make the save now, pushing forward, and he's going to get a third goal. Oh dear, right, Linz, he's still in this one, and he needs to get a goal now, as he just missed as well. Oh dear, it's ping pong, but both players are just missing. Very poor from both. Both going to be kicking themselves, particularly Linz, who really could have got himself back in the game. Another shot coming out from
the
Spectre.
delayed flick there, he almost was able to ping it into the top of the net. I remember him scoring a beautiful musty on a Panda in the last 12 Titans. So we know he's got the technique to do it.
Spectre pops it over Linsk, but it's also over the crossbar. He's just gonna go back, regain possession, hold on to the ball. As the clock begins to run down, low scoring game so far, which makes it challenging for Lynx to make a last second comeback. Spectre, 40 boost, could try and go low, and he does try that, but wasn't able to really do very much with that touch. Spectre, maybe looking for flip reset, going to try and go without it, as Linsk makes a good save off the backboard. Now pushing forward, but gets the block to Spectre as the clock is ticking down. 43 seconds to go. Linsk going to need something fairly immediately if he wants to get a chance in this one. As Spectre turns beautifully, catches or calls Linsk's bluff, turns quickly, and that may well have just secured the game.
But you see, like, he would have made it. Like I don't understand why Linz could fake that. He actually had him beat to the ball, hit him dead to rights there, and he probably, I don't know if he would have scored, but he would have put at least something on net probably if he'd hit the ball. And he just decided to fake it, drop back down to the ground, and all of a sudden now it's looking extremely unlikely that he can do anything here. He will score this, surely. And he does. But yeah, big miss there from Linz.
A consolation goal, most likely, is Spectre just going to look to close this one out in the final round one game of this bracket. Spectre showing why he's one of the top seeded players going into this tournament. Obviously, if he makes it through his next match, which would be against Demox, we would see a matchup likely between Spectre and Ineffable in the semi-final, which would be really, really spicy. Spectre going to look to go off the ceiling just to get one last flashy goal. Floor pinch, gets it in. And that is asserting his dominance on Linz.
Linz was like, go on, I'm going to get the boost here, you do your best. And Spectre's like, alright, so I'll just pinch this one off the ground. And then Linz is like, wait, what? How did you do that, bro? So yeah, there you go. And beautiful win there for Spectre. And he flies out of the net. Linz can't even score that. Unfortunately for him, 4-1 for Spectre in the end. Spectre will move on to play Demox in our quarter final. Nice result there. And yeah, brilliant. So 4-1 for Spectre. Not really a surprise in the end. Linz put up a decent fight, but it was kind of, you know, they weren't really going hammer and tongue at this, were they?
Yeah, no, Spectre just being the better player, having just a higher level of play, that he managed to get that win fairly comfortably. And we can see the bracket on screen now. Our quarterfinals coming up next. Ineffable going up against Solo, Demox going up against Spectre, Colin against Panda, and Yem versus Shallow. All spicy matches, aren't they, Enwrong?
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. We're going to just take a break. We'll actually be back for 7, I think, on the dot because we've been actually flying through the bracket fairly well. So, obviously, for the guys who are in the quarterfinals, Ineffable Solo, Dmox, Spectre, Colin Panda, Yem, and Shallow, if you guys are there watching the stream right now, make sure you check in at about 5 to 7. And yeah, we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock.
Sitting on a bench, waiting for the time to pass, dreaming of what happens next. I see what I wanna be, questioning my destiny, only knowing what I see. I don't even realize I've already made a path, and I can change it anytime, I can't take it back. I know what I want, but it seems so damn far away. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. Voice, then you better use it. Tell yourself day after day it's time to prove it. No days off, keep the hustle moving. Wanna see you be what you want it to be, prove it. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said I know I empower those who dream like me. I know I sound crazy to the ones who said dream like me. And you say you wanna be somebody. 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 When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and clean our throat. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, just keep on fighting and we never look back. Here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh,
the drill, hold nothing back. It's sure to kill in this leap of faith that you're in me too. You stand alone, but I'll watch over you. The clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. A single second could mean everything. Time is running, the time is running out. Don't give up, don't give in. Don't let me down. Be the one to wipe their grin when they hear this sound. Don't give up, don't give in before they catch a glimpse. I know you'll find the strength within. This is your last chance. Now's your time to shine. Make it count. Honor our sacrifice. And now this is your last chance.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 12 Titans. We have seen our first 4 games in round 1. Solo taking down D-Lynch, Spectre taking down Linsk, Panda taking down Wazito, and Shallow taking down Hudson. We have 4 more quarter-final matches coming up now. Res and Enwrong in the casting booth, and the first match, Enwrong, that we've got to have a little look at is Ineffable versus Solo. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, this should be pretty straightforward, I reckon, for Ineffable. Not sure how much he's playing. Hard to say. We literally haven't seen him play Rocket League since the last 12 Titans, which he won. But class is permanent, and I expect Ineffable to. Well, I expect him to do a bit of damage here, but who knows? But I'm gonna go off of the fact that he won it 6 months ago. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with both your opinion and chat's opinion. 73% giving this one to Ineffable. Time will tell. However, we're going to get the guys to join right about now. And Solo, he got through D-Lynch. That's going to be what his focus was for this tournament, getting through that first round. But can he bring the fights to Ineffable in this quarterfinal? Ineffable got off the kick.
So loving the car choice.
Oh yeah, Ineffable gonna put the dribble forward. Try and get a hook shot, but he's missed that one. Early mechanical error. He's trying to turn to his own net. Solo puts a shot on. It's gonna be off target though. Ineffable. Playing the ball nice and slowly out of his own defense. 60 boost to work with. Looking for a hook shot, and he goes for the hook shot. That's going to catch Solo out, and he's going to get that opening goal, and he's got his lead.
Yeah, Solo with the most interesting car I've seen in a while. It's like he didn't even try to save it, to be honest with you, but a great shot there by Ineffable in the end, and Solo probably could have scored actually there, but 15 seconds ago when Ineffable made a fairly big error. And Solo's kickoff is giving Ineffable a bit of trouble already, which I was kind of thinking about it, because Solo does have one of the best kickoffs that I've seen. But I think Ineffable. Oh.
Look there from Ineffable, lots of power. Solo getting caught out a little bit there. He has to make a save, gets a double touch, and he's going to get a third touch to just bang it clear. That's brought him lots of time. Really well played from him.
Beautiful.
Ineffable up on the wall with 90 boost. You can definitely tell he's a ones player. So many other people in this bracket would have just gone to try and go for a ceiling shot or an air dribble, but he's smart. He knows that's not a wise thing to do with ones, and just dribbles it back down to the floor. Ineffable, 89 boost. Knocking one inside perhaps, but can't get there.
Oh, Solo. Beautiful play. Can you get a goal from it?
Solo's done a great job in the Scarab, but won't be able to get a goal. Ineffable getting back in time. Ineffable goes up, pops one over him, and that is 2. Ineffable showing his class early in this one.
Oh, I feel like Solo could have scored again. Like, a bit hesitant with his shot or something. I don't know. Like, I feel like he could have gotten that shot away. And Ineffable punishes him, and that's the difference between these, like, I think the top 4, top 5 players in this. They are going to absolutely punish you every single time you don't make a shot. Solo, he's got to capitalize on that. What a
Great
save.
Brilliant save from Solo. Now he's got to go down the other end and try and get a goal of his own. But Ineffable's just got back so quickly. Solo flopping about. God knows what he's up to. But he's still looking for a goal. Gets it past Ineffable. Can he turn in time? What? He's doing a 3-point turn. Oh my goodness. It's like watching my grandma try and drive.
This car, it doesn't power slide. Look at it.
Ineffable moving forward.
he's having a
Tries to
good
get the
time.
shot off. Saved by Solo. He's going to get a goal surely this time. Yes, he will. Ineffable not going to get back. And he's back within one. Solo still putting up a good fight, even if he's in this ridiculous car.
Yeah, beautiful shot though by Solo, and great defense there from him. And yeah, this is yeah. I wondered, like, is Solo thinking now, like, right? He's played the first 2 minutes, and he probably went into it going, I'm going to lose anyway. I might as well just put on a Joker. And now he's thinking, wow, imagine if I'd actually gone in my Fennec or my Octane or whatever I'm using. I wonder, is he like slightly regretting it?
Solo, obviously fairly relaxed. He's gone for a meme car. He's still sitting in lobby 2 with the boys. So I can only imagine that he's just trying to stay calm, make sure he doesn't get tilted, because he knows he's not the favourite in this one, and that's why he's not the favourite. Ineffable just has the advantage in the quality area.
Jeez! Right, don't do him like that. He did his best. Beautiful though by Solo, or sorry, by Ineffable. Beautiful by Solo, beautiful by Ineffable there. Good shot placement by him, and so far I haven't been as impressed by him, but just as I said that, of course, he starts to, you know, spread his wings as such in the series, and 4-1 all of a sudden. Solo first time really losing the kickoff badly, and yeah.
Very nicely done by Ineffable. Still, just a little more than half the game to go, so there is a chance for this one to at least be competitive, but Ineffable's kickoff just seems to be separating the two at the moment, and he's going to possibly get a fifth there. Good save by Solo, and a good boost steal as well to buy a little bit of time. Solo in his own corner, going up the wall. Go back down for this one, but Ineffable's caught him off guard. Great shot, but it's just come off the stanchion in the corner of the goal. He's reclaimed possession though, but doesn't have the boost really to do anything with this, so this is a bit risky for Ineffable, but I think he picked up that corner boost. I think it's more just in time, but Solo going to get there, Enwrong, and Solo just stuck on defense at the moment.
That car is such a joke to look at. Every time he tries to wave dash, it just like, it flops around. It looks so out of control. It literally looks like a buggy.
Looks like me trying to play Rocket League. Ineffable.
No.
Oh, he's going to get another one here. That's nicely done. Could have gone for the boost there, but he knew that he just had that little opening, just that little half a second instant where he could get back before Solo. Maintained speed well, 5-1, and this game looks to be slipping away from Solo.
You gotta appreciate Cannon's comment in the chat there. Ineffable, more like inevitable. Oof.
Very funny, very funny.
Oh, I thought that was quite funny, to be honest with you.
Ineffable dominating this game. The possession, I'd love to see a possession stat, but he's just had so much more control of the game than Solo. And
Those black OEMs with a scarab.
Let's see, what are those? I think they might be black Deeches. Are they black Deeches? I don't know. That's probably the most interesting thing in this game there.
Hans Zimmer soundtrack. Which one though?
Oh, he almost got the double flip reset. That would have regained my respect, and I just would have had to disqualify Ineffable so that Solo made it through to the semis off if he scored that double flip reset. But
you see, even if he had gotten the double flip reset, not even scored with it, just getting that in the scarab, I think, is an achievement.
yeah.
To be honest with you, I mean, like, how do you even like try and get a reset off this thing? Like, look at it. This thing's oh, Solo's trying to be quick, and Ineffable just absolutely yeeted at the ball there. Yeah, he's like, you might think you're taking the piss, but here's the reality of it. Even if you weren't, I would smash you to bits. That's basically what he's saying there with that aerial.
Ineffable going to be going through to the semi-finals. He'll be going up against the winner, Spectre and D-Mox. Well played, 6-1. Might even try and look for the Brazil while he's at it. That would exactly assert dominance. Solo obviously not taking this seriously. He knew he was probably not going to win this one, but
he achieved his goal of taking down D Lynch, I think.
Yes, agreed.
And I think that was enough for Solo today to be very satisfied in life.
Ineffable, going to come off the ceiling, looking to get the Brazil, and he'll get it. Well played by him, and he's through to our semi-finals.
Yeah, beautiful play, Ineffable there. I'm not sure where Solo was, but again, I haven't been sure where he's been all series. Scarab just looks totally outrageous, upside down. And yeah, an egg on wheels, I think it was described as by Kronovi back in Season 1 of Rocket League. That's exactly what it is. But can you get a reset on it? Oh,
Not quite.
no.
Well played by Ineffable. Takes the W. He's going to be happy with that one. Probably not his most challenging game that he's going to have all day, but he's got through the first and 19 shots. That is absolutely ridiculous. Well played by him.
Yes, absolutely. The score was 7-1 in the end, so let me just throw that in there now. I think from now on I'm just going to invite the players, yes, because, yes, they struggle with deets.
Next
Right,
up,
who's up next? It is
against
Dmox.
Spectre.
Perfect. Let's set up a new party then. Leave that game if you get a chance. And yeah, Dmox versus Spectre next. Big game. Dmox obviously coming through the upper bracket on day 1. Small bit of a surprise, but he is a LAN winner. And oh my god, someone is using another one of those cars.
Oh yeah, that's Spectre. I jumped into lobby 2 during the break. Spectre scheming, planning to jump in the Scarab. So
I actually like this one though. It kind of looks good, doesn't it? It looks nice or something. I don't know. Oh, no, not the red car. No, that is not good looking at all. I obviously need to invite you. I thought I did. But yeah, nice looking car there. We'll use DFH. Make sure I don't have blue and orange in the wrong places. And yeah, we will just use party only. Grand. Cool. Yeah. You can't sleep on Dmox. And I see someone in the chat, Carrick Dan, saying, well, sleepy. Alex Thornberry wins the popular vote. He's really surged out through the rankings. I think that's called fraud. But yeah, brilliant. Yeah, take us away, Raz, I guess.
Spectre versus Dmox. They've managed to join the wrong teams. Congratulations to them.
Oh wait, I'm wrong. Sorry.
That's
Yes.
fine. I'll fix the overlay. Don't worry. Dmox.
That was actually my fault. That's actually my bad. Would you believe?
Surprise,
Oh my god.
surprise. Never happened before.
Oh.
Got Dmox in the blue and Spectre in the orange. As Spectre gets the boost in the corner, flicks it over Dmox, who makes a save. As Dmox advancing down the field, as Spectre and his Esper with the clown hat and the LGBT flag, making his mark on the game.
What is the
30
decal
boost.
he has though? It's so weird.
Oh my
It's so distracting and colourful.
Maybe it's part of his strategy to try and overwhelm his opponent, but Dmox in the serious
Oh,
SSG
no.
decal as a miss coming through by Dmox. He's going to be kicking himself with that one. Dmox going up high, but Spectre beats him out to the ball, and he's going to get that second touch, and he's going to get the first goal of the game.
The BM from Spectre scoring a goal in that car. But well done to him. It looks very nice indeed. But yeah, Dmox unfortunately just getting caught out there a little bit by, I guess maybe not just showing Spectre the respect he deserved there with that touch, but still early days, only a minute in, and it's been kind of a quiet series. I still don't think we've really matched the pace and intensity of the Panda and Waz game, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'd tend to agree, and you may get to see that again possibly in the Shallow versus Yem game, maybe in the Panda versus Colin game as well. As Dmox, Spectre made a bit of a mistake there, but recovered from it, got demoed for his troubles, and he's not going to get that boost. Dmox has done well with that one, but he's going to need to turn on the ball. Spectre looking for a greasy flick, but he's just going to fake that one out with the tornado spin, and Dmox going to catch him out, but he's just short on boost. He's just too short on the boost to get goal, as his second shot is saved comfortably by Spectre. Dmox now advancing forward. And Dmox with yet another shot. Spectre, not enough boost this time round, and the game is tied a minute and a half in. Yeah,
disrespect there from Spectre sitting on the boost. I assume he's probably in lobby 2 as well, or would I be correct in saying that?
You would be correct in saying that. I can't understand.
Spectre is obviously looking to just have a very good time today, and you can't hold that against him, I guess. But I would have assumed Spectre would have been one of the favourites here, so I'm a bit surprised he's taking a bit of a risk like this, because you can't really disrespect D-Mox that much. He has won lands after all, in many tournaments in the past. He's no slouch. And teammates this season, of course, in RLIS, and of course they didn't end up playing.
Ooh,
Oh!
I thought that would happen.
Great save.
Yeah, Spectre, a little bit of luck and a little bit of skill chipping in there to make that save, as D-Mox going to look to try and get his second, and he will force it through. Spectre not able to make the save, and D-Mox has turned this game around, now 1 goal ahead.
I wonder if any stage will Spectre turn around and just deafen himself in that lobby to focus on the game. That would be my question now, really. Will Spectre be okay with losing this, taking the risk he's done? Because it is €50 on the line, and you know, €50 is €50, and you know, that's a lot of chicken rolls.
D-Mox, 65 boost, gonna bang his shot off, but it's saved easily by Spectre, comfortable for him. The ball's knocked in. D-Mox now trying to get another goal to his name, but won't be able to force the
He got the
ball
boost
through.
somehow.
Oh, did it spawn for Spectre? That's going to put D-Mox on the back foot here as he's just dribbling around the field. That is beautiful play by D-Mox. He does seem distinctly warmed up. He's definitely here today to compete. He's going to fake out Spectre, just looking for the breezy flick, but saved. Saved by D-Mox, who's now got boost to his own, going to try and move forward with some pace. This game sped up a little bit in the last minute or so. Enwrong as D-Mox trying to claim a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, D-Mox has put out a bit of a feeler on Spectre to see exactly where he's at with his level of Rocket League in this car, and I don't think D-Mox is particularly impressed at the moment. So he's decided to up the intensity of the game a bit, and I don't quite think Spectre... I don't know, I feel like in this car, I'm not sure he can win this. I think if he was in an Octane, I'd fancy Spectre, but again, as I've said before, D-Mox no slouch. Not a bad player, but he's getting the ring around here by Spectre.
Oh. It was getting done, but D-Mox just manages to make the save, and that's been a recurring theme of this game. And D-Mox had a big opportunity there with the shot off the wall, couldn't get it past Spectre. But he's still.
Big error.
Oh, that is poor for D-Mox. Just one error too many, and Spectre's going to capitalise. Tied up. 1 minute, 23 seconds on the clock.
Now D-Mox, another person known for his temperament and his mentality. Can he keep the head? Because I know for sure if it was me losing to someone in a car like that, I probably wouldn't be particularly pleased, because you know they're just taking the piss. So I wonder, can D-Mox do it? I think he can. He's shown it before at LAN when the going gets tough that he can keep it all together, but he's got to be careful. He's got to show Spectre a little bit of respect, but not too much, because Spectre, I don't think his mechanics are quite there with this car. And there you go.
That shows confidence for Spectre, maybe unjustified confidence, but he's lost the lead. He's now behind yet again, and that's a little bit worrying. D-Mox with the lead, and just a minute left on the clock. If D-Mox can hold out, then we will be seeing him in the semi-finals.
Yeah, 3-2 to D-Mox. Will D-Mox be our surprise package in the semi? I certainly wouldn't have predicted it, but Spectre just about makes a save, but D-Mox, he can rip one on net here. Oh, beautiful, he put it behind Spectre.
Spectre's so close to making the save, agonisingly close. He did well to get the first, and then the shot from D-Mox just catching Spectre off. He had a good effort to try and get there, but a 2-goal lead, and now Spectre, big trouble.
Yeah, you wonder what's going through his head at this stage. Well, he's whipped out a nice kick off there. And straight away, it's almost like he's decided to put it up a gear, maybe mechanically. We'll see though, it's only a kickoff, hard to say, but even the shot had like a lot of venom to it. So let's see if D-Mox can hold it together now. He's got a goal lead, can he keep it? D-Mox is well known for his solid defensive work, so let's see what he can do.
Spectre stepping things up a notch as the game gets to the last few seconds. 45 on the clock. Spectre needs one more to take it to overtime, 2 to get the victory in regulation, and he's going to force it through. D-Mox there, just off the post. D-Mox going to be counting his lucky stars with that one. He's just going to try and transfer down the end of the field. Spectre's missed. Gets a touch at the second attempt, but D-Mox still pushing forward, but 0 boost for Spectre. He's going to struggle to get this clear very convincingly as D-Mox backs into it. 20 boost now with Spectre, and now he's picked up 100 pad. D-Mox has to be careful. As D-Mox faking him out, he could have just gone for the shot. Spectre makes the save now. 11 seconds on the clock, last chance for Spectre. D-Mox gonna need to get back as fast as he can. Spectre gonna take it to the wall. No, he's not. He's gonna fake out D-Mox.
Oh.
He faked me out as well. It's just one to the post. Will it hit the ground? Open goal for Spectre. Will he put it in? No, he's hit it over the crossbar. D-Mox, can he win it safe? Spectre puts it in on 0 seconds.
Oh my god! He actually blew it, I thought, for D-Mox. I don't know what happened. Oh, he got bumped. Oh no! What a play by Spectre. I thought he absolutely beat it. That is too funny though.
Now this is why we love 1v1s. D-Mox thought he had it in the bag enough. Spectre's right back in at the kickoff, firmly in Spectre's favour. Can he get the shot off? Cleared away by D-Mox, but Spectre has the mid boost. D-Mox 20 boost. This is really dangerous if he can't score this. Spectre moving back down the other end of the field. D-Mox turns well. Spectre 9 boost, can't do a lot with that. D-Mox clears. Spectre going to be able to get a little bit of control, but he doesn't have the boost to do much with this. D-Mox pulling on top of his car. He's got to stay calm in this intense situation. It's a best of one. The next goal will win it and go to the semi-final. Spectre.
How did D-Mox make that boost?
Over to the side wall. Oh my goodness, the Cooks and Pinch save from D-Mox. He is so good at those. He had a good attempt of one in his game in round 1. Another good one there as D-Mox tries to get the flick.
No.
Oh my god, he missed and he almost faked Spectre. Spectre could have an opportunity here. That is going to be a goal. And Spectre is going through to our semi-finals.
You have to hand it to him. Never doubt that man. I wonder will he stay in this car for the rest of the tournament. What a goal though, to win it, and brilliant comeback on 0 seconds. D-Mox is going to be kicking himself, but fair play to him, and yeah, nice win. Typical Spectre there with the comments, but we won't say anything else on that. But yeah, nice win.
Yeah, Spectre, second person to book himself a spot in our semi-finals. Looking back at the bracket now, 2 quarter-finals to go. Colin versus Panda and Shallow versus Yem. 2 huge matches. Enwrong, which one have we got up next, and what do you think of it?
We have Colin versus Panda next. Big game, of course, and it'll be interesting to see because Colin's my pick coming out of not being a gatekeeper. Him and Yem, they're my kind of 2 guys that I'm looking at to really make a good run on this bracket here, and I fancy Colin to do a good run. Well, Panda, he's coming up against Panda. Difficult to say who's going to win this one. I fancy. Oh. I can't bet against Panda. Panda's too good. But I would not be surprised in the slightest if Colin takes this at the same time.
Yeah, Colin, probably a more impressive ones player than Waz, obviously. A bit more individual ability. He's going to be looking to try and perform incredibly well in this one. Players who are sensational ones players in their own right. We'll see which way this pans out. Obviously still a best of 1. So this really could go either way. Yeah,
absolutely. Hopefully Panda joins the party. Oh, he's finally in. Fantastic. Panda's made it. That's great. Okay, cool. So Colin is orange this time, correct? I'm not wrong in saying that, yes.
Colin is orange.
And right, these boys can join whenever, I guess. But for me, oh, the kickoffs here. Is Panda still in the Batmobile? He could get destroyed. Oh, he's in the Octane.
It will be interesting. The first one is fairly even, but Colin going to try and gain possession, but Panda cuts across really nicely. And already you can just smell the blood on this field. Both players looking for blood in this. Panda's aggressive early on, and he's dunked Colin out. Can he get the Doomsy dish off the side? Oh, yes, he can. 1-0 to Panda, and he started things off well for him.
Yeah, Panda already showing a little bit of a bite to him in terms of how he's like approaching this game, the speed he's coming out at, and Colin's gonna have to maybe just step it up a small bit, but we'll see. It's only 20 seconds in, but already big signs there. The Panda is looking to play a really quick game of Rocket League here.
Absolutely, the stream chat just as tied in this game as we are 5-4 in favour of Colin in the stream chat, but at the moment it's 2-0 in favour of Panda in the lobby, and catching Colin off guard there with a ripper into the top left-hand corner. He's done well with that one, and he's going to look to try and get more before Colin can really get into the game.
Yeah, I opened it up there, and I just saw a vote switching, I think,
yes.
from Colin the Panda. Yes. That made me, that gave me a good bit of a chuckle, alright. But yeah. The big question is, can Liverpool beat Leicester with their 0 team? I'm not sure if they have actually a team out, a defense, but I'll report back to you on that one because that's also a very important game, to be fair.
Oh, Panda now 7-5 up in the votes as he gets his 3rd goal. Colin caught out with that one. As this game seems to be going in favour of Panda, at least for the time being.
Yeah, absolutely. Panda starting to lose the kickoffs though. That's going to be a worry for him. And he gets the boost. Colin he's not getting the look that he needs.
Flicked high by
Huge
Panda.
flick.
Colin, oh,
That's in.
dear. 2 own
Oh
goals
dear.
today, 1 from Waz, 1 from Colin. The 2 Northern boys performing well when it comes to scoring in their own nets.
I love how you said it, like as though it's up the north, or like in Wexford, you know, the accent you put on. From an Englishman, that's very impressive, I have to say. Yeah, let's see if Colin can do anything here now. He really needs to do something. Panda has probably watched Colin's playstyle previously. He knows Colin likes bumps, he likes demos, he likes nice long shots. And Panda is already looking mechanically superb. Looking fairly
That's
similar
a good
to
shot by Colin.
Spectre.
Found the corner, not quite. Colin needs to up his game. Oh, he's messed that up big time. The wave dash not there. It's Panda gonna get his 5th, and he's dominating at the moment. Enwrong.
I did not expect this, to be honest. I give Panda my vote just because, well, Panda, you can never really count him out. But I honestly thought Colin would be actually a slightly better player in the 1v1 landscape. But Colin's getting completely and utterly outclassed here. Panda's looking kind of scary at the moment, not gonna lie. Looking similar level to Ineffable, Spectre, Shallow, from what we've seen so far out of those guys. I'll be interested to see what Yem looks like in that matchup between him and Shallow, but Colin's getting completely taken apart here. This is worse than the Waz and Panda game. Waz at least put up a small build fight. Colin hasn't shown anything yet. And I wonder is the mentality. I assume, no, he's deafened at the moment, so let's see.
Panda dominating at the moment, and this is scary. Ineffable on the other side of the bracket, maybe looking at this and just thinking, might have to play him later. Oh, Colin gets the bump and just stops Panda from getting his 7th. As we've seen 6 goals in the first 2 minutes, and Panda's making a case for why he should be one of the favourites in this one tournament.
I mean, the man's been out all day with the girlfriend, so not really sure where this performance is kind of coming from, to be honest with you.
Gives him some extra energy.
Is that what it does, is it? Sounds like a man from experience. I found that they take your energy away. Will he let one in for the Brazil or will he keep the clean sheet though? That's the question. Has he got the clean sheet bonus from Mourinho?
Panda getting his 7th. And it's just a question of how far he can go at this point. If he carries on as is, could end up being 16-0, but who knows?
Hey Res, do you want to hear an interesting stat? Who's got more goals this season? Youngmin Son or Arsenal?
Bet it's Human Son.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Colin scores. I don't think it's an intentional Brazil from Panda, so it's not as respectful. It's not as a defined Brazil, but it's a Brazil all the same, I guess.
And gonna try. Oh, I thought it was about fake Colin there. He got 2 wonderful fakes on Waz earlier in the day, but couldn't get another one on Colin there.
Yeah, I heard Kildare is better than Mead in the chat.
Don't know what that
Totally
means, to
didn't
be
make that
honest.
up. They're like counties. It's like Northumbria versus East Hampshire or someplace like that.
Cool.
I just put the word Shire from Lord of the Rings. I just put East in front of it.
Oh, dear. Right, Colin looks to be out of things here, really, but you do never know in ones because he is still giving it his all. Panda trying to solidify his performances today with even more goals.
Oh, Colin got kind of faked off it there because Panda looked like he was going to demo him, and then Colin was like, I'm turning away from this. but I think he got the boost there in the end. Unfortunately, not much to say in this one. I thought this would be a way closer affair than what it is. Panda just went out and he just stomped on Colin in the first minute and a half, 2 minutes. And the last minute's been a bit quieter, but I think that's just because Panda's just enjoying himself now. And Colin, unfortunately, he's gotten used to the speed a bit too slow. And, yeah, I'm not sure. Panda looks like he's like really taking the boost away from his opponents. I'm not really sure what else. Have you noticed anything, Rez? Because I'm not really sure what he's doing differently.
Panda just looks so much faster, so much more confident. Colin looks scared to go for challenges, which is something we never ever see from him, but Panda's running away from this, and if he's not careful, we'll end up with another 10-2, and that'll really scare everyone else in the bracket.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to be Yem or Shallow, but then again, those two guys, they have exceptional defense. Different kind of players, completely to Colin. And I think we saw from Shallow earlier that he doesn't really try when he plays in other things. You saw even just how he played against Hudson. He wasn't giving it full beans, and he was still able to absolutely just put on a good show.
And going back towards his own corner with 40 seconds to go, Colin pre-jumping on that one. But Panda just equal to everything Colin can throw at him, and he's backflip there, Colin mechanical error, 9-1. The game is gone already, but it's even more gone now.
I feel bad for Colin. He's been exceptional in the qualifiers. He dominated the upper bracket, the harder side of it as well, and he has just been taken apart by Panda here.
He's been showing up today, Panda performing at his A game, and he'd be going up against the winner of Yem versus Shallow in the semi-final, so that'll be another interesting match, because obviously you were saying earlier 10-1 now, this is ridiculous. You were saying earlier that Colin was one of your favourites to cause an upset here and get into the semi-final or even the final, so the fact that Panda's absolutely dominated him in this one, would you say that's made him one of the favourites to take home this 12 Titans tournament?
What I think it's done is it's told me that I know nothing about 1v1.
I agree.
To be honest. I mean, I struggle to beat Barzy in a 1v1. That's saying something. Sorry, Barzy.
Colin not going to get a consolation goal there. 10-1 in favour of Panda. Absolutely brutal. Nothing Colin could have done. He was just outclassed.
Yeah. Dominant display from Panda. 10-1 in the end. And, wow. I mean, I'm not really sure what else to say. That is not the game I expected. I expected, like, as I was saying to you, like, I didn't really want to re-bet against Ineffable. I thought Spectre would do a really good run just because of the quality of player Spectre is. I know Yem and Shallow in their own right are exceptional players. And Panda, obviously, you can't really disregard him either, but I definitely thought he was by far the weakest of the gatekeepers. But he's basically shown me to not really know what I'm talking about. And he's just dismantled Colin here. I mean, like, it was emphatic. I mean, I can't really believe it, to be honest with you. But what we'll do now is we will... Actually, we'll just get them to join. Okay, well, it's fine. I'll just set up a new one. But yeah, as we go in now to the last game of the quarterfinals, before that we'll be taking one of our last breaks of the day. But Rez, Yem versus Shallow, this is an exciting one, isn't it?
It is going to be so tight. Yem coming in as qualifying through the upper bracket. Really did very well in that second qualifier. Obviously, you couldn't play in the first one, but did play in the second and just went through in the upper bracket, coasting through nice and easy. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see if Shallow can bring the fight. Obviously, it did seem like Shallow had a little bit of trouble dispatching of Hudson, but whether he was giving that really his A game, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, we're about to find out here, because I think Shallow knows not to disrespect Yem too much, because he'll get punished, and Yem is already just... Well, he went slightly slower to the kickoff. I don't know if you noticed it. I don't know if that was intentional by Yem or not, but he got so much more in the centre of the ball that the ball almost went into the net straight off the bat. Yem already putting Shallow under a lot of pressure here. I'll be interested to see what Yem plays like. He's got a big reputation in ones. He obviously played Rob Kieran in that last 1v1 tournament we did, and he didn't give him much of a game, but still better than a lot of people do.
Shallow making another save early on. Trying to settle into the game, get rid of those early game nerves as he's going to look to try and get a jet dribble off, but Yem makes a save comfortably. Turning this one, 88 boost, Yem. for a flick. He's going to try and go for an edgeable bump. Oh, he's made a bit of a mess of that. Almost catches out Shallow regardless. He's now in the corner with lots and lots of boost to work with. Shallow trying to reclaim possession. Yem can't get the shots, but Shallow's going to go down the other end and almost certainly bag himself a goal. Yes, he will. Shallow opens this up exactly a minute in.
Yem was too desperate there to score, and he got caught by it on the counter, and that's why Shallow is just devastating on the counter attack. That's where he gets a lot of his goals from, because he's just so good on defense. He's just able to open up people with little mistakes like that. Yem needs to calm it down. We're only a minute in. He can do this, but will we see a Panda versus Shallow matchup in the semi-final? I'm sure that's a mouth-watering prospect for a lot of people.
Shallow moving in to his own net, trying to retreat away from the inbound Yem. Popped high, Yem makes a save easily. Shallow knocks one forward, but Yem's got a big clear on this. Could try and tie the game, and he's going to get a miss on that. He might just bounce the net. Anyway, can Shallow get out in time? Yes, he can. Goal line save again by Shallow. And back when IECs were running during the summer, we mentioned Shallow's goal line defense every week, and he's shown that again here. He's so good, just on the line, dealing with sort of relentless pressure.
He's panicking so much. Sorry to cut you off, but he's panicking so much. He's already missed 2 chances to score by panicking, and he just flopped at that clear there. That's something I would do. So Yem's got to be careful here. He's just going to go for the bump, obviously. Shallow avoids it nicely.
Yem again panicking a little bit, felt obliged to turn the chat just in favour of Shallow in their predictions, but at the moment that seems about right, considering Yem just hasn't been clinical enough.
Yeah, Yem looks fairly toothless at the moment, unfortunately. Shallow looks quite good. He looks controlled on the ball, and he's just so comfortable at shadowing. He's just so good at shadowing. Have you noticed that? Like he always is like so close to the ball. You think he'd be in the danger zone with how close he is to the ball. And he just isn't.
Moving forward now, halfway into the game, flick, not quite enough to get it past the defender. Yem, lots of boost to work with, hook shot, flick, in fact. Shallow, yes, another save. Can he recover in time? And he's going to beat Yem out to the rebound. It's Shallow trying to get a little bit of pressure of his own here. Yem trying to fake out panicking again. He's making a lot of little mechanical errors. It's costing him at the moment, right, Enwrong?
Yeah, absolutely. Shallow though, another beautiful save. His defense is unstoppable. You have to remember, like, he only really conceded 1 goal against Hudson. Shallow should have scored there. He only really conceded 1 goal against Hudson because the other goal he basically let Hudson score. So Shallow's only really been scored on once as such, you know, from an actual like big error. And beautiful shot from you. Like that twice, indeed. Whenever I say stuff like that, they always seem to just go around and just like, you know, ruin it.
It's the Caster's curse.
I know, right?
Yeah, Yem doing a really good job there, just putting the ball behind Shallow. The demo maybe made Shallow panic just a little bit and rush across, just not really paying too much attention to the situation, and the game is now tied, and this one's just as tight as we thought it would be. But Shallow is gonna get his 2nd goal of the game, 90 seconds left on the clock, and Yem has just been dismantled there by that one touch by Shallow.
Look how he like hit the ball first and then used his flip to go to the right to get the boost so that he could definitely score, because he knows Yem is going to have a superb recovery, because that's what, you know, top 1v1 players have. They have superb recoveries, and Shallow knew that that's the only way he could score there, and he got it perfectly, but he's going to get punished because his kick off his dog.
Yem back in it now, and yeah, Yem does really well with that one. Two and a little bit of time to try and get back into this one. Again, not doing that much. That play, Shallow. Could have gone for that one, but decides to just let Yem rush into it. 72 seconds.
Big important thing to know, Johnny Evans just scored an own goal, Liverpool are 1-0 up.
Ooh, that is an easy one to hear. Who's Liverpool even playing in defence now? Who's left?
I have no idea, but well, we should probably watch this actually, because Yem has just absolutely destroyed Shallow.
Yeah, Yem gets his 3rd goal. Shallow diving in unnecessarily gets the goal, and that was really, really nice.
Yeah, really unnecessary there. by Shallow. I think maybe just disrespecting Yem, but Yem's owning the kickoffs. Have you noticed that, Rez? He's really like controlling the kickoffs, and Shallow now is thinking, "Oh no, this isn't good." Shallow's gonna have to come out and just he won't be able to play his defensive game, and that's what Shallow's good at. He's good at defending leads, but he's not good at like, you know, getting goals when he's not leading. And it's 2-0.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you who's going to need to be good at defending. It's going to be Fabinho and James Milner playing in the Liverpool back line. I thought I'd see that one. But anyway, back to this game. 23 seconds left to go. Yem killing time in his own corner here. He's going to just take it back. He knows all he's got to do is kill time for the next 15 seconds, and he's going to take the victory and go to the semi-final up against Panda. Shallow, probably last chance at 12 boost. Yem gets it clear. Shallow grabs that mid boost and needs to turn on this, and it's going to need to be a 0-second goal now. Ball on top of his car. Yem shadowing. Shallow now going up high. Can he get it past Yem? No, he can't, and that is going to hit the ground. And Yem is going to the semi-finals.
GG, well done there by Yem. Not even a GG from Shallow. But brilliant by Yem. Absolutely phenomenal offense. Brilliant control in the midfield. Excellent play. Yem is a beast indeed, and phenomenal. Really, really great offense by him. And Yem goes on to the semis now, and we have our top four, and we're looking at Ineffable, Spectre, Panda, and Yem. Who would have called that one today, I wonder?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly didn't think Panda would show up in quite as sensational fashion as he did, but he's looked really, really good, and he's going to be looking to try and assert his dominance even further and maybe get it to the final. Because Yem's up next, and Yem didn't look that convincing today, I must say.
True, but he was playing Shallow. It's not like he was playing some, I guess, one of the weaker players in the bracket, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, let's give Yem a bit of respect and give Shallow the respect he deserves. He was playing an almighty player. And yeah, we're looking at the top four now. Ineffable, Spectre, Panda, and Yem. Brilliant top four we have. We are going to take a break. We'll be back at 10 to actually. I'm just going to tell the players there now. Yeah, we'll be back at 10 to. So Rez, I guess, take us off here there, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. Just 3 matches remain in 12 Titans Season 5. We've seen round 1, we've seen the quarterfinals, just the semi-finals and the grand final are left to go. Our first match coming up next is Ineffable against Spectre. The chat at the moment in favour of Ineffable, but Enwrong, I've heard you've got a bit of a different opinion.
I don't know, he wasn't that convincing for me against Solo. Solo was not even taking the game properly seriously. And Ineffable should have beaten him by more, in my opinion. But we'll see. I hope that it's going to be a good game, but I think Spectre is going to be too strong. We'll see what kind of car Spectre is in, but yeah.
Yeah, obviously Spectre playing in a slightly uncommon car choice in his last series, so let's just see how this one pans out. Obviously still a best of one.
Spectre is taking it seriously, Res, by the way.
Fair enough, exciting to see. Gonna get into this game, the semi-finals between Spectre and Ineffable, our reigning champion against Spectre. Spectre on the wall but gets caught out early by Ineffable, but he's gonna be able to make the save. Now trying to move the ball forward. Maybe a hook shot opportunity, looking for a flick, looking for an edge or bump in fact, and Ineffable makes a save. Now, lots of boost for both players. Possible flick opportunity, but Ineffable just going to pop it over Spectre, and that's a good opening goal, and Spectre getting caught out a little bit by that one.
Yeah, nice little play there by Ineffable, something a little bit different. People are all trying to... Oh, apparently Res, the game isn't... Oh no, it is.
Okay,
Cool. I just looked at the channel, I saw Pan.
They're just impatient.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't want a repeat of the Season 2 one where I forgot to put it up for a minute and a half and everyone used me.
It's almost as bad as RLI is like the final of Season Elite one time where I called the wrong winner. Oh, anyway, Ineffable almost forcing one through Spectre to get himself a second. The reigning champ certainly not lost it. No one really knows how much Rocket League he plays in between 12 Titans. We don't really hear much from him in the community, but Ineffable bangs one forward. This should be a second goal for him, and it will be. Spectre completely out of position in that one, and Ineffable gets an easy enough goal.
Spectre showing nowhere near enough respect to Ineffable at the moment. I think he needs to just relax a second and just, you know, see how things go, because yeah, you don't want to go too many goals down against Ineffable, because if you do, you're going to get punished. And Spectre is, I think, my favorite to win today, just because of how good it... Okay. Ineffable is my favorite to win today.
Interesting, a phenomenal shot into the top left-hand corner for Ineffable. Spectre glued to the ground, nothing he could do. And Ineffable asserting dominance here, 3 goals up, just a minute in. We've got to make sure that Spectre doesn't capitulate here, and he looks like he is. Ineffable dominating this, and Spectre seems a little bit outclassed.
Who knows? Maybe I called it wrong. I mean, Spectre's in a proper car now, but maybe Ineffable just wasn't going all out against Solo. Maybe he was just like, oh, this guy's taking the piss, I'm just going to like mess around and not really position myself properly at all. He is taking Spectre apart at the moment.
Ineffable.
And yeah.
Trying to forward to even get that 5th goal, which would almost put the game to bed. I don't want to call it too early, but he's considerably better at the moment. Spectre could be able to bag his first here. He should be able to. Gets that 12 pad, and that will be enough to find the corner. 4-1, there is a chance here for Spectre.
Yeah, Ineffable just a little bit too aggressive there. Just needs to show a small bit more respect there now to Spectre, funnily enough, on the other side of things. He's 4 goals up, there's no need to be monkeying around and doing, you know, risking too much, shall we say. He's got 3 goal lead now, just needs to keep it.
Ineffable.
Uh-oh.
Caught out a little bit there. Spectre, will he get the shot on target? Yes, he will. Back within 2, and he's making his comeback well here.
Nice little flick there by Spectre, gets it over. Ineffable again, challenging too early. Maybe becoming a small bit too easy to read.
Spectre going well on that kickoff. He seems to have found his footing in this game, and He couldn't have come soon enough with that 4-goal deficit, which he's now reduced to 2. He is certainly back in the game. Off to the side by Ineffable now, who's got boost to work with. Gonna try and look for a hook shot. Probably his signature play. Goes for lots of those and he's found the corner. Will it go in? No, it's hit both posts and rebounded out, and that would be agonising for him. He really would have wanted that goal.
Oh, Spectre's made a big error here. He'll get away with it because Ineffable's shot was really poor. He puts it in the one corner. Spectre can save it in.
Spectre, the game slowed down as we reached the halfway mark. Ineffable getting it out of his own defense, and he's regained some possession. 27 boost to work with. Could try and hook shots. Will get the hook shot. Spectre makes a save off his own wall. I think Ineffable might have been trying to put it behind Spectre on that occasion, but didn't happen. Ineffable now off to the sidewall. Back in, possibly going off the backboard. This one Spectre fake challenging. Ineffable calling his bluff. Flicked. Easy save for Spectre. Pops it nice and high as Ineffable going to go up with a backwards aerial, but decides to go down at the last second, but it could still cost him. He'll get back in time to stop Spectre getting that goal to take us back within 1.
Critically, Spectre got the boost though, so let's see what Spectre does here. But Ineffable calls the fact that he's going to try and go for a reset. Critically gets the boost, and Spectre's pressure is over just like that, and all of a sudden now Ineffable's back on the offense again. Beautiful.
Back within 1. This game is so close now. It's so close, and it was 4 goals in favour of Ineffable. Now only 1 goal in favour of Ineffable. Things changing so rapidly. We'll not know the outcome of this game until the very last seconds, I suspect, Enwrong.
I think we're just about to find it out, because just like that, Ineffable stops the rot. Critical kickoff win for him. Spectre, not sure what he did wrong. Ineffable just seemed to just get a bit more of the ball. And 2-goal lead again. Never quite that comfortable, is it, Res? A 2-goal lead in Rocket League, but I'm sure Ineffable might think it's pretty comfortable.
Will pan out in the next 86 seconds. The Spectre's got the ball off the kickoff, but he doesn't have enough boost to convert. Ineffable catching himself out a little bit with that touch, and it gets faked out, but he almost gets there. It may have been enough, but Spectre's flick. Will it be saved by Ineffable? Not quite. Can't keep it out, and back within 1 yet again.
And importantly also, Diego Jota just scored for Liverpool 2-0.
Fair enough.
Leicester look at shambles. Benefit of having 2 monitors. But a nice little play there by Spectre, and Ineffable I think got faked a little bit too much there, and it's close. Both these guys now are looking like a level above what they've shown so far today.
What a shot by Spectre, and he's tied the game for the first time. And that was a lovely air dribble. Ineffable maybe should have challenged a little bit earlier, but that last little touch by Spectre just taking it away from him. A minute to go, and I cannot call this game, Enwrong.
No, it's looking very close. Ineffable will be kicking himself if he loses this. He's blown a 4-goal lead, but his kickoff again is really good, and Spectre is losing it on the straightforward kickoffs.
This game could come down to kickoffs. 60 seconds, 6-5 for Ineffable. And Spectre going to need to fix those kickoffs, because outside of that, he would have been ahead had he not conceded those 2 kickoff goals. So if he's able to fix that, I can see him making a comeback in this one. But Ineffable may have got his 7th, and it's going to sneak into the bottom corner. Spectre, that is devastating for him. And Ineffable may have just taken the game out of his reach.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful by Ineffable. 2-goal lead now. But we've seen Spectre bring it back already, multiple times, so I'm not going to count them out. There's still 50 seconds. And it seems like, contrary to last year when Ineffable went up against Rob Kiernan, for example, and Ineffable just kept getting beat on the kickoff, Ineffable seems to be winning because of his kickoffs this time. That is going to be in. That could be game.
That may well be game. Ineffable ran away with the game to begin with. Then Spectre got right back into it. We were all tied up at 5-5, but Ineffable has righted the ship, and is going to be looking to cement himself in the grand final of the Irish 12 Titans Season 5. Fake kickoff by Spectre, and Ineffable's going to punish, and that'll almost certainly be it.
He has made a mess of that. a real mess of it. But Spectre's, or Ineffable's shot actually made it really difficult for Spectre to do anything with this. Spectre's save, unfortunately, not good enough. And it looks like our reigning champion will be defending his championship title in the final again.
Yes, obviously, he wasn't really the favourite going into the last one, with Rob Kiernan at the time being a top 10 ones player, not just in Ireland but in the world. But Ineffable pulled out that massive shock result. That's the beauty of best of ones in 1v1. It's so impossibly difficult to call it either way. And Spectre not going to be able to make a comeback at this point. 4 goals in 10 seconds, absolutely not going to happen. And congratulations to Ineffable. He's going to be our first finalist for the 12 Titans.
Yeah, back-to-back finals for Ineffable. Spectre, unfortunately, back-to-back semi-finalists, goes no further once again. And a GG's there to them. Well done to Ineffable. 9-5 in the end. Big result. And honestly, when I saw Spectre coming back, I thought Spectre had this, because Ineffable had blown the lead. And I actually saw Ineffable stop driving at one stage, Res, and I was like, oh, wow, okay. He's probably thinking to himself, how have I blown a 4-goal lead? But fair play to him. Kept it together, got the result. Ineffable's in the final now, and it's Panda versus Yem coming up. And we'll get them in there now. Right, let's discuss this one then. Panda versus Yem, Res. Hard to say who the favorite is. I'd still probably... Oh, I can't not back Panda, but Yem is such a good ones player. It's so difficult. And who would be there for you?
On any other day, I think I'd be giving this to Yem. But Panda has had 2 victories so far today. 10-2 against Waz, 10-1 against Colin. He has absolutely demolished every player in his path so far today. So he has got my vote. I think he's winning this game.
Cool. Well, I just created the lobby. Panda, of course, hasn't joined the party yet. Oh, or and he.
Yes, okay, I can't spell, thank you very much.
I mean, I made errors earlier, but it's just funny because, you know.
This is me, and I'm British, and I'm supposed to be posh and know everything. Is that right?
That's a very big stereotype, to be fair.
Yeah, that is true. But one thing that isn't a stereotype is that... Wait. No, never mind. What I was about to say makes absolutely no sense with the word stereotype. But, yeah, we've got another exciting matchup. Just 2 to go. Ineffable is already in the final. And one of these boys, Panda or Yem, will be joining him. Enwrong. Yem, he's beaten Shallow so far today. Panda beat Wazito and Colin so far today. Both players with some big wins under their belt, and they're both going to be really determined to get themselves into the grand final.
Yeah, absolutely. Yem did take down Shallow though, so Yem, I'd say probably the favorite, but I'm going to back Panda. Panda can do it under pressure. So let's see how he goes here, but to be honest with you, whoever gets through to the final, they're going to have an almighty gauntlet thrown down to them by Ineffable. So let's see how it goes. Just waiting on Panda here now to join the match. So there we go, perfect. Yem is joined. We're waiting on Panda. Panda has also joined. What car is he in? Panda Bile.
Yeah, rips a shot off early on here as Panda. Gonna try and get the boost, but he's got to get away from that one. But he's actually dunked Yem out really nicely. Almost catching him out. Yeah, boost to work with. Flicks it high just to buy himself a little bit of time. But Panda able to get there, conserves boost, but gets bumped, and he's not going to get back in time. Yem is going to open us up in this game.
Yeah, nice bump there from Yem. Gets Panda off guard. Panda was actually expecting it, but he does like... I don't know what happened there. It's like he was trying to like flip and he used his jump and it pushed his car back or something. Weird mechanic there, but Yem, really good bump, really smart, and all of a sudden 1-0. Panda has got to stop Yem from scoring already. His kickoff has been dominated.
Panda, 12 boost only. But he's picked up that corner pad now. Yem, lots of time. Panda, since he's playing slower, Yem has done really well to slow the game down to a place where he's more comfortable, but Panda has got it over him. But yeah, what a decisive touch, Enwrong. That was beautiful by him, and that probably just saved him from conceding.
Yeah, absolutely. Panda now looking for that boost in the middle there, I think, but unfortunately for him, Yem had actually taken it. And Yem now's got complete ball control. Let's see what he does with it. But not a good touch by Yem, and he gives the ball away. And it's going to be how quick he can recover. But look at that recovery, man. He's so quick at getting back.
Panda
And that
turning on
seems
that
to
one,
be
but he's
using
been
it.
caught out by Yem, and that is going to be 2-0. Yem stretching his lead now.
Yeah, he's getting caught upfield too much. He no boost. He turns on the ball, tries to fake it for some reason, even though he knows Yem is there. I'm not sure what the point is of that, but brilliant play by Yem again. Very smart, very intelligent. Waits for Panda to make the mistake.
Yeah, lots of boost as he flicks it over Panda, but Panda just gets a little touch on it. But will he get back in time? No, he won't. Yem 3 goals up, and he's stretching his legs in this one.
He's got to sort his kickoff. He's getting absolutely destroyed on it. And again, he also is making a challenge where the challenge he's making means he won't get back in time, if that makes sense. Really risky challenge. I'm not sure how you combat that, obviously. Unfortunately, I'm not a highly skilled ones player, but for once he gets a really dominant kickoff, so this should be a goal for him. And there we go, 3-1. So, yeah, I haven't got a prediction right at all yet, Sam. You're absolutely right. I don't think I have. I mean, Ineffable beating Solo, but that was about it. Actually, I've gotten a lot of them right. I got all the easy ones right.
Yeah, well, still remains to be seen which way this will go, but at least at the moment, Yem is ahead. Panda going to get his own boost in his own corner. But Yem has possession of the ball, looking for an edgeable bump. Does get the bump, gets smacked right back into the ball, and Panda's shot from a long range is on target, but is it going to find the corner of the net? Both players turning away from the ball on the wall, hesitating, not knowing which one is going to go for it. As Panda wins the 50-50, can he find a target? No, he can't, but he doesn't need to. Yem's miss anyway, fakes him out. And gets back in contention. Just 1 goal separating the 2 players.
I don't know if it was intentional. You never know with Panda. But all of a sudden, only 1 in it. And Yemid looked really good for his lead, but now all of a sudden, it's pretty tight. But another big win on kickoff but for Yem. But he not able to get the ball under control as well. Wonder if he's starting to crack under the pressure here.
Yes, Yem just has the lead, and Panda's caught him out there. That's really nice by Panda, and he's got back level. That is beautiful.
Yeah, Yem needs to stay out of the air, because to be honest with you, unless you're close to RLCS level, you're not going to be Panda in the air, in my opinion. So he needs to show just a little bit more respect there to Panda once the ball's in the air like that. And all of a sudden, Panda's turned around a 3-goal deficit here.
Yeah, losing that 50-50. Panda now asserting his presence onto the game. Yem lots of boost in his own corner, but he's whiffed that one, and Panda's going to capitalise. Oh, what a fake by Panda. That's his 3rd beautiful fake of the day. And he's got the lead. He was 3 goals down. We thought that he was looking as if he was out of it, but now he's right back in contention. He's looking to book himself a spot alongside Ineffable in the grand final.
Yeah, 4-3. But look, just as we've seen Panda turn around a 4-goal deficit, and as we saw Spectre do it in the last game.
What a shot by Yem.
Just like that.
Beautiful shot from Yem. Able to just pick out that corner, top right bins. Panda, nothing he can do. Not a chance of saving that one. And they have got
Greedy.
We're all tied up.
Was he a bit too greedy there going for that boost? Brilliant shot placement by Yem, absolutely no doubt. But was he too greedy with that, going for that boost? That's the question you have to go with there. Yem won't get that boost.
But Yem caught out again, and Panda is really in this game now, and he's looking to try and capitalise on any mistakes gifted to him by Yem.
Nice goal by Panda, looking on fire at the moment. But Yem, let's not rule him out. He's been excellent so far. And I mean, if you take down Shallow, you have to be a pretty good player, right? And no one else, not many people have done that in the past. Only Ineffable has, maybe Rob Kiernan on the odd occasion. Yem is one of the very few who has.
Panda trying to get the ball out of his defensive area, but Yem has it. Retreat from that play, lack of boost. as Panda tries to get it under him, but Yem catches him out. 1 minute 48 to go, and Yem is still well in this one. He could get a shot off to tie us up again, but not able to find the angle. As Panda almost forces it through, and Yem could have an opportunity to go down the other end, and he's going to dribble this one in nice and comfortably. 5-5, all timed up. That's nicely done by Yem.
Yeah, very greedy by Panda. I can't remember who did it in a previous game. Someone did something very similar where they basically forced a really, you know, I think it was actually Yem against Shallow actually in Yem's last series, where he basically tried to get the ball into the net in a very unlikely situation and took himself completely out of the game. So Panda just needs to make sure he doesn't make those mistakes, but Yem looking very good now. Every time he's on the ball, he's a threat.
Panda, 30 boost only, but Yem's edgeable bump not going to come off with that. Panda boost to look to go for a hook shot, and he's going to get a power shot, but Yem makes a save. Can Panda follow up? What a save by Yem. Makes the second save. Keeps Panda at bay as we enter the last minute now. Yem retreating. Panda manages to pick up the boost. Could look for a second attempt on the power shot. Tries to go for the edge, but Yem catches him out. This could be 6-5 for Yem if Panda's not careful. And it will be. Yem back ahead, back with the lead, and Panda's caught out with an audacious aerial play.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he was trying to do with it. I can kind of understand the logic behind going for it, but at the same time, it's a super risky play. When you go to the air like that, you need to make sure that like your opponent doesn't have that kind of distance against you.
Panda makes a save off the kickoff. 48 seconds for Panda to get back into this one. He's got the ball up in the air. This is where he likes it, but he doesn't have the boost to go for the shot. Easy enough save for Yem. Panda moves the ball into the corner.
Uh-oh,
Nice
trouble
boost
for
to
Yem.
his name. Yem, could he get bumped here? He has got bumped, and Panda finds the back of the net, and we're all tied up. 27 seconds left. This one is as tight as we've seen them.
As soon as Panda gets that boost in the corner, it's big trouble because Yem doesn't have it. And Parable in the chat doesn't look like Yem will concede 2 seconds later. Are you still in the game? Because it says you've left the party.
Yes, the party was destroyed. As Yem going to put a shot on, Panda makes a save.
Not a good save though, and he's lost the boost.
Oh, he's wide by Yem. That's gutting. He probably could have scored with that one had it been on target. Panda's got away with it. Both players so low on boost, but they've both picked up big pads. Big opportunities for Yem, and that is going to be it. He's going to take his time to run the clock down, but Yem is going to be joining a Nefball in the final, unless Panda could do something absolutely miraculous off the kickoff.
Really dumb there by Panda. 0 brain cells, unfortunately, for him. I mean, like, you know that he's got the ball under his control. You know what he's going to do with it. You know it's very unlikely you can stop it, and you still absolutely threw yourself at the ball. That's the game. Yem takes it.
Congratulations to Yem, and now just one game to go in this bracket, and it's going to be Yem versus Ineffable.
Yeah, brilliant win there for Yem. 7-6 in the end. Panda again, semi-finalist once again, but again can go no further. This time we have Yem up against Ineffable in the final. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be back at about 20 past, so don't go anywhere.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We all have our reasons why we are on this track. Oh, we all have our burdens, yeah, but we just keep on fighting and we never look back. Here we go, 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 let us heal and grow. You won't be alone, we're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life, we're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne.
It is time. It is crunch time. We've had 10 games already today, and just one game of Rocket League is left to decide who is the champion of Season 5 of our 12 Titans. We started today with 12 players. 10 have fallen, just 2 remain. Ineffable and Yem, the reigning champ, against the new kid on the block, Yem. Will Ineffable be able to take his second consecutive victory in our 12 Titans tournaments? Or will Yem bring in the upset? Enwrong, what is your view on this grand final?
It's a big day, man. Championship Sunday, Champions Field, Wicklow versus Cork, Ineffable versus Yem. Tough game to call. I think Ineffable has this. He took down Spectre, and Spectre was my vote until he dispatched him. So for me, Ineffable is my pick today. But look, if Yem wins it too, he's great value for it because he's been phenomenal. He's taken down 2 brilliant players in Shallow and Panda. And Ineffable obviously dispatching Solo and Spectre earlier. What do you think?
You know what? I would have said Ineffable as well until I saw Yem in that last game against Panda. I thought Panda was playing phenomenal Rocket League today. He beat Waz 10-2, beat Colin 10-1. Absolute domination, those two. And then I expected him to maybe not walk through Yem in the same way he'd done as the other two, but I expected him to be in control of the game. But that was not the case at all. Yem did a phenomenal job of slowing the game down and taking control in the manner that he wanted to. And I just think that's going to work really nicely if he can replicate that against Ineffable.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But at the same time, Ineffable controls games. He doesn't let the games get controlled. Even against Rob Kiernan in Season 5 or in Season 4. Rob was getting goals because of his kickoffs. And he is deadly on the ball, make no mistake about it. But Ineffable really had to work for his goals, I thought, if I remember right. And yeah. For me, Ineffable, it's written all over it. Will the championship go home to Wicklow again? Or will there be a champion in Cork? Let's find out. Let's tell them to join there. I'll tell them.
5 minutes of Rocket League will decide who takes home the €50 prize pool and the pride of winning the 12 Titans. Ineffable in the orange, Yem in the blue. It's a good kickoff for Yem. Going to get control of the boost. Ineffable turning aggressively though, could get caught out, and he will get caught out almost, but the ball just wide of the net. Yem turning aggressively this game. You can just feel the tension between these two players. Yem looking for a flick, tries to go low, Ineffable catches him out though. Ineffable now moving down the field quickly, the shot wide of the post, but Yem, he's just driven down the field and taking all the boost. Nothing Ineffable can do. The ball's popped high. Yem over to the side. Ineffable. Shot opportunity, but Yem catches him out, but Ineffable grabs that boost. That's a huge boost grab for him. 40 seconds in, Enwrong. We are still yet to see that opening goal.
Yeah, my thoughts are with Yem at the moment because I'm trying to think about Yem's mindset, and we've just seen a goal from Ineffable. And my point is, Ineffable has been here before. He's been in a championship. He's won it. Yem has as well, but he's lost it. Yem has yet to win, you know, a 1v1 tournament in RLI. So that's why Ineffable I think is looking stronger. Nerves.
Yem behind fairly early as Ineffable wins that kickoff convincingly and is able to grab the boost. Yem giving him lots of space, a lot of respect, and that's justified considering Ineffable was a former 12 times champion and his shooting is amazing.
Phenomenal. He fakes Yem, and then Yem makes his decision, but unfortunately he can't close the space, he can't close the gap. And yeah, that's it. It's 2-0 already. We're a minute in, only 4 minutes to go. It is all best of one, yes. Everything is best of one. That's what makes this so unique. Only one game. Anyone can win it. You don't have that much time to adapt. That's what makes it special.
Great by Ineffable, and he is running away with this. What a lovely touch in the corner. Yem caught out completely, and that is really nicely done.
The 1v1 god of Ireland, I'll tell you this guy is unstoppable. Let's not call it too early though. We saw the same thing happen between Panda and Yem, Spectre and Ineffable, where these 3-goal, 4-goal margins, people can turn it around quickly. I still have faith in Yem here to at least help a fight, but Ineffable's looking so dominant at the moment, isn't he?
Wins the kickoff, gets boost possession, but Yem able to get there. Oh, and that's a demo coming through. I could have seen Ineffable bagging himself a fourth had Yem not got that decisive demo. Now a shot opportunity, but Ineffable just dives in. He's just so perfect, so calculated in everything he does. And he could try and get this shot off, and he does. 4-0, and he's running away with this. Yem needs to change something immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. Unbelievable from Ineffable. Yem is getting caught out here time and time again. Just giving a bit too much space, just a small bit too much space, but that small bit is all that he needs to punish you, and that's what separates Ineffable from everyone else. He's just unbelievably good.
Ineffable up the wall. So much boost, and now Yem could get caught out, and he has. And Ineffable, he is the best ones player in Ireland for a reason, and he's showing that. 5-0 up in the final, just less than 2 minutes in. This is amazing to watch, Enwrong.
I hope we get to see Ineffable at LAN again, because I'd love to see him in a 3v3 or 2v2 environment. This guy is just unbelievable at ones though. I mean, like, he's on another level. Honestly, I don't think anyone can stop this guy when he's feeling it. And he's always been a top player, and we've always wanted to see him at LANs. We've always wanted to see him doing his thing. And he's about to bag a 6th here, I think.
Yeah,
this is,
possibly tilting a little bit the okay in the chat. And if I'm Yem, I am just gutted at the moment. You've had 2 great wins, one over Shallow, one over Panda, 2 top 4 ones players in Ireland, arguably. But he's just no match for Ineffable at the moment. 6-0, 2 minutes in, and when will the punishment end for Yem at the moment?
I'm not sure, but I think we might see double digits in this game. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh my god!
I think Yem might have just given up the ghost with that one, as Ineffable dominating completely.
I just heard a controller in Cork getting thrown off a wall somewhere there, I think, because that will not be one happy man, I can tell you that.
My parable in chat, Ineffable meaning too great or extreme to be expressed or described in words. Now that is how he's performing, and Yem's got the Brazil now, so the long road to recovery has begun, but honestly, I just cannot see it.
Yeah. I mean, 6 goals. I don't know. It's ones. You can't really call it as such, but I just can't see Ineffable conceding 6 goals. I could probably see Yem scoring it, just not against Ineffable, to be honest. It's a chance here, though. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah. Flicks high, but that is not going to challenge Ineffable at all, and Ineffable beats him to the ball. Doesn't give a damn about what Yem wants to do, just challenges him at the perfect time. Now moving forward, low air dribble. but manages to keep possession.
And get the
Boosts
boost
it.
critically.
Ineffable. Lots of possession this game. I think that's what's really set these two apart. Oh, as Yem gets a demo, that's twice this game that Yem has got away with conceding a goal just because he manages to get a last-ditch demo on an Ineffable. This is not a sustainable way of playing, but he's going to get a second goal back. 7-2, and it's all about making this respectable now for Yem.
Yeah, like, there's still a chance. I know what you're saying. But let's not count him out yet. Until Ineffable strikes a goal back, Yem still has a chance. You know, he's got 2 unanswered goals. Sure, Ineffable had 7 unanswered, but this is a chance. It's a very small chance. But I'm not going to count Yem out just yet, because I've seen it happen before.
Ineffable. Big move forward. Yem going to struggle to do anything about this, and he just gets there quicker, and it's 8-2, and Yem looks out of his depth.
What happened here? It's like he misread it or something. Oh, yeah, of course, they hit the crossbar. I was wondering why it actually came down like that. And this series is done now, that's for sure, I think, after that. Like, Ineffable. You've scored 6 goals now, Yem. You've got 2 minutes to do it. Do you fancy your chances? I think he might not get one here.
He will eventually.
Oh, he will eventually, yes.
Just about. It was well played by Yem, getting back within 5, but it's just too far out of reach, at least at the moment, in my opinion. Enwrong, yeah, Ineffable looks to be the first player to ever substantiate himself in the 12 Titans Hall of Fame twice. We've had Pengu, I think, we've had Red Eyes, we've had Mug, and now twice for Ineffable. Arguably one of the greatest once players in the Irish scene in recent times.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not beating a really bad player. He's beating one of the best 1v1 players in Ireland. Yem. Oh, Yem is tilted. He's okaying himself every 2 seconds. He's not happy with himself. Yeah. He's just completely misreading the play, though. Ineffable, telling him to take the shot.
Yeah, getting flustered. I think that's what happens when you're playing against someone with Ineffable's caliber. And a minute and 19 left. We've seen 12 goals, but unfortunately for the neutral viewer, 9 of them have been in favour of Ineffable. Make that 10 out of 30. You called the double digits, and evidently my faith in Yem taking this was indeed misplaced.
Yes, it definitely was, Res.
1 minute 12 left, and Yem, if he can get 3 more goals, I'd say he's put up a respectable performance, but I just can't see it happening, to be honest. Ineffable, just on another level. I'd love to see how maybe Rob Keenan will perform, maybe Virtuoso, but I don't know how much once he really plays anymore.
No, Bert wouldn't be as good as Rob or Ineffable, I don't think. Well, we saw what happened to Rob last time. He got beaten by him.
Yeah, only just. I'd love to see a rematch, but
yeah, he got beaten though.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe gonna get a 4th here. We'll get a 4th. Consolation goal with 40 seconds left, 6 goals. That ain't happening no matter how good Yem is. Ineffable. Just too strong on offense, too strong on defense, too strong in the midfield. He's won this tournament fair and square today, isn't that fair, Emil?
Yes, yes he has. He has been unstoppable. You could say he had an easy first game. It was actually the closest game he had, to be honest with you. That was against Scarab Solo. Spectre, it was close for the most part, but then it just wasn't. Ineffable's kickoffs are absolutely phenomenal, by the way. I mean, like, he looks like he's always winning them. You know what I mean? It's rare that he loses his kickoff. He's just so good. And €50, it's a nice little prize, isn't it?
Ineffable collecting his twice-a-year paycheck of €50 for our 12 Titans events. Becoming routine for him. May as well just put him on the payroll of €100 a year at this rate. But yeah, brilliant performance by him throughout. Taking down Solo, taking down, oh dear, I've had a shocker here. Spectre, and then taking down Yem in the grand final. Congratulations to Ineffable. He is going to win 12 Titans Season 5, 11-4 in the grand final. Yem put up a good fight, but just was not strong enough in the end.
Wow, amazing. Yem not with the GG. GG's Ineffable, yes, GG's indeed. Stunning performance. Absolutely stunning. Amazing. Dominant in the end, and honestly, this guy is just unbeatable in the 1v1 landscape. And another title for him. You don't have to do anything in the Discord. He gets to keep his title. That's fantastic for me because I mean, I get to we just get to keep it. So yeah, well done to Ineffable. You have won again the 12 Titans. I know the man probably still doesn't have a mic because he hasn't had one in about 4 years. I'm not even going to ask him. But yeah, amazing. What do you think, Rez? I can't really think of anything else. I mean, most of the day went as planned for the most part, but Ineffable winning it again, I didn't think it'd be quite so dominant.
Yeah, I'd agree. This is how our bracket shaped up. We started the day solo taking down D-Lynch. That was a big match. A big amount of ego on the line there. We saw Panda demolishing Wazito. Shallow taking down Hudson. Hudson put up a fairly good fight, but he did a fairly good job. Linsk lost to Spectre at the end of round 1. Then in the quarterfinals, Ineffable took down Solo. Spectre took down Demox. Panda again obliterated Colin. And Yem took down Shallow. In the semi-finals, Ineffable took out Spectre. Yem just about beat out Panda. And then in the final, Ineffable 12-4 in the end. A great performance. Well done to him. And he's going to be taking home €50 to his own.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing we've noticed there is for some reason Rocket League it
Censors
blocks and
PayPal.
filters the word PayPal. Yeah, which is kind of strange to be honest with you. And also it censors the word pal. I'm not sure why. I mean,
Got to be careful
but anyway.
saying that because it's probably some racial slur that we've never heard before.
Hardly.
We're about to get banned from Twitch. Well, anyone, that is going to close things out for the day. Congratulations to Ineffable. Well done to all of our 12 Titans who made it here today. Join the Discord for any future announcements of tournaments. And anyone, anything else to add before I close things off?
The wise one, Ineffable, said that it's probably to prevent scammers from taking your details, because if you block the word PayPal, then they can't obviously ask you for your PayPal, correct? I mean, that would be good logic, right? But he is the wise one, Ineffable is, and that is a very good argument. The only thing I want to say, guys, is we have the Super Omega Ultimate Cup coming up on the 26th and 27th. There is a €200 total prize pool there. Individuals earn it. Or players earn it individually if you play that. It's a 2s and a 3s cup. So make sure you check that out. So that's on the 26th and 27th of December. And also we have our Winter Cup. I think it's on is it the 8th, Rez, or was it the 4th? Can you remember? It's around that time anyway.
I think. Oh, who knows? Check announcements. More announcements coming out soon. It's the 6th. I'm reliably informed by lovely operator Johnny Kilwis. Thank you everyone very much for watching. We'll be back with more tournaments soon. Thank you everyone very much for watching and have a good night.